Don't mind muting it.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay, looks like we got it. Hey everybody, welcome to the Sunken World Saga. This is a Dungeons & Dragons live stream where we have a total of 16 characters. Don't worry, not in this session. It's 4 groups of characters with 4 characters each, and we have 8 players with 2 characters split across those 4 teams. Tonight we return to the Thorns, which are a order that hides in the shadows, protecting the natural world. We will be having our introductions in order of age, as we now know the ages to be. So first up, Soren.
Hi, I'm Logan. I play Soren. I'm the cleric.
And after Soren, we have Sybil.
Hi, I'm Emmy. I play Sybil, the half-elf bard.
And after Sybil, we have Sebastian.
I'm Brian. I play Sebastian, the rogue with a heart of gold.
And after Sebastian, we have Stevia.
I'm Zach. I play Stevia, a Goliath fighter who likes to hit shit with a hammer and eat stuff.
And do both. She's very good at both of those things. The Thorns have just finished a quick night's stay at their headquarters. They remain in the trade lands, specifically the ancient kingdom of Zeshan. They have stayed in a swampy region. That is where the headquarters is located. It is a massive tree known as a Enabab. But our Thorns were just about to leave when we finished the last session, deciding that it was time for them to head on home. Not home, the opposite of home. They are leaving home to venture out into the world, and that is where our session begins. So you all know, just to recap, you are about to take a 2-week journey to the southwest to find a plateau which has the Forest of Silver Petals upon it.
So you guys ready to go to the plateau with the forest of silver petals on it?
Yeah, isn't that kind of towards the northwest?
I do. It's due northwest as the crow flies.
Yeah, I think we've wrapped up most of our business here.
Okay, you all leave. And
I thought we had already left when we started.
You might have, but listen,
not.
that was 2 weeks ago.
I left my journal, so we had to go back.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that journal has a bunch of important character information about Sebastian.
It's true.
You all begin your journey to the south. I'm not gonna go super exacting. I need who is, when you all are traveling, because this is just a long-distance trip, who is sort of leading the way in terms of picking the paths and making sure that everybody's safe and moving forward?
I think I would be like kind of second in line, just so I could be in prime position to protect anybody.
I'm not very perceptive. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
If we're flying, I think
Yeah, me
Soren would try and take the lead, so yeah.
Aren't we taking our horses?
I thought we were taking the carpet. We have a
I thought
flying
taking
carpet.
Chandler the carpet.
You do have Chandler your carpet.
I know, but isn't that just like a one-person carpet, or is that like a two-person carpet?
It is technically big enough and can carry enough weight that everybody but Stevia could ride it at one time. Stevia
Well,
would have to ride
we're
it
going to
by
see you later, Stevia. It was. I'm sure
Can I
there's
just,
stuff to do around here.
Can I just hang on the bottom while they fly?
No, it would for a moment the cart would try to fly, dragging your feet through the mud, but then it would just be
Can we set up like a block and tackle and a harness?
The carpet is like, could I be any more over encumbered? There we go, Chandler. So are you taking your horses and maybe like somebody's doing a shift where they're on the carpet, or what?
I mean,
I think-
I I can ride my horse and then have the other 3 in tow with me. So whenever.
Would Stevia be able to ride the carpet with one of us in the future?
How much does Stevia weigh? How much does a extremely tall, jacked person with a bunch of armor and weapons weigh?
I mean, it should be over 300 pounds at least, 350.
Yeah, gotta be.
Goliath weight between 280 and 330 pounds.
Possibly even 400.
Yeah, because she
Especially
is very
in armor and
In armor with a
20,
big hammer.
20 strength, so she's pretty jacked.
Okay, well, the carpet can carry a maximum of 400 pounds. So
Okay.
you would be, hard pressed.
I could maybe get on it alone, but it would be like scooching. It'd be like a dog scooching my butt on the carpet.
I mean, it can make it about. It would still be up. It would just be a little bit less spirited.
Yeah.
So we may still need to get climbing gear for Stevia.
Why would we need to get climbing gear?
At home in the mountains, I'm mountain born.
She also... she has a bird. She has a soul bond.
Do we know how to use those?
Yes, we all learned them.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
And that's, I think, why we all started out as level 4 originally, maybe? Or 3. I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Then we're all birds.
We all have our birds.
Cool. Never mind then. Sorry. So yeah, we can take horses and not use the carpet just yet.
I'm going to take my horse. I don't really want to ride that thing.
You all also know that a flying carpet is not super common. It's likely to draw some attention if you use it in places where there are a lot of people. Okay, so did you all decide taking horses for now?
Yeah, Sybil's taking a horse.
But is there a horse that will carry me either?
You have a
Clydesdale, like a huge
you have like a Clydesdale, but this is a Ryoth breed from Dal Ryoth, so they are massive and can haul lots of weight, but they are not fast.
Gotcha.
So if Soren is going to take the lead, or is that only if you're flying?
I can take the lead.
Okay, then I need you to make 2 survival checks and roll a d12 in your own time.
Okay. Roll a d12.
A d12, yes. Yes. So you take your d12 roll, and it is a 5. So you all make it about 3 days without incident. About 3 big old days. Then you come to
big honking days.
You come to the beginning of the smallest desert in Zeshan, the Orai Desert.
I step over it.
Well, it's not quite that small. It's not Pawnee's smallest park. And as you are traveling, I need Soren, and then Stevia said she was in second, so I need the 2 of you to make perception checks.
Stevia, I think you're good. I think Soren's got this.
Yeah.
Soren, you hear something rumbling beneath you as your horses begin to...
It's tremors.
Okay. There's something beneath us. Don't panic. The horses are panicking. Is it immediately underneath us?
It is not directly underneath you, but one of these tremblings is coming closer.
Okay.
I'm gonna dismount.
One of them is coming closer.
Try to calm
try and dodge out of the way a little bit, like a few feet.
Sure, make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Ooh. As in, like, ride the horse, not like actual dodge.
Oh, okay. What was it?
Like trot out of the way. I think
Like
is what he wanted to
literally
do.
driving the horse out of the way.
Yeah, but what was the roll?
It was a 1, but
Oh, okay, cool. Your horse gets bitten by a massive onkag as it bursts out of the sand. Your horse goes "Woo!" and tries to buck you off. I need you to make an athletics check.
Logan, don't worry. We know how to handle these.
yeah.
Yeah, you popped up. That is a 10 athletics. Yeah, you get thrown off, but you're not quite prone. You kind of fall to a knee, but you can pop back up pretty quick. Okay. Hey, everybody, roll initiative, please.
Immediately.
Roll initiative, please. You all hear more tremors around you. 8,
I have a question,
12. Yes?
which might seem stupid and kind of obvious. Would casting be at a disadvantage?
Because of your insanity?
Because I'm on a horse.
Oh, because you're on a horse? Who knows? I'm
would
gonna
think
say I'm gonna say yes. You cannot command your horse while commanding the arcane.
Why did I even ask?
No,
Because
I wouldn't have thought of it.
You can still do it. You can still do all the components of spellcasting, though, as long as it's verbal, somatic, and material. Like if you have all those things.
Yeah, but horses hate magic.
Okay.
No, I was mostly asking because some spells are like cast with a melee roll, but I know that if you're not proficient at steed combat, like you get disadvantage, don't you?
That might be true.
I believe so. Yes.
You should know this. You had a player who rode a goat.
Yeah, but he had mounted combat and he didn't cast spells.
I know, but that's mounted combat because it has to do with melee. Would that apply to like melee spells?
With mounted combat, you don't get disadvantage for being on your mount. That's a feat.
The feat, yeah.
I'm gonna say for now, because I don't know, you will have disadvantage on anything that needs a spell component. Anything else, we'll just roll it like normal. Then I'll learn that roll before we have another session.
I was just asking because I was.
No worries. I appreciate you asking because it's fair to want to know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Brian, Logan, can you all roll initiative again?
Sure.
Okay, so Soren will be first in the 8 order, and then it will be Sebastian. Okay, so first up, it is Stevia's turn.
All right.
Wait, sorry, Sybil.
Oh.
16 over 12,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I go first. Fine.
Yes. Giving you all a little boot to show that you're on a horse.
Fun. I think I would have to dismount. Most of my spells are like you do something. I don't know. I think.
Okay, it's only like 10 feet of movement to get down off your horse.
Okay, I'm gonna expend 10 feet of movement to get down off my horse, and then I think. How much movement do I have left?
I think Stevia says something to another person while a dog is led inside of a house somewhere.
I'm going to use the 15 feet of my remaining movement, meaning I only have 5 left, and I'm just going to swipe at it with my rapier. Which I know Ben's not here to save, but still.
Witty quip.
It would be 19, which I assume hits, because it's just a giant mantis.
Got a hit.
Yeah, so I'm going to roll for 7 piercing damage. And I'm going to say that's the end of Sybil's turn, and I will describe the damage. She quickly and readily dismounts. She rushes up to it after it had just sort of scared Soren's horse and knocked him off. She rips her dagger out of its holster and then immediately tries to. It's piercing damage, but I don't know if I could pierce this mantis. Probably it's a bug. She just
between plates of chitin, maybe.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
her rapier just slips right into one of those things that Zach just said and stabs it before ripping it out.
Yeah,
And
Sybil
that's her turn.
expertly maneuvers her rapier between two plates of chitin and gets at some of those bug bits. You did hit. The Ankeg seems to be in a good amount of pain. And that is your turn. Okay, then next up it is going to be something below the ground. What is it? What is it? What is it? You see...
Friend.
Unfortunately, no one will be there for you. You see a serpent bust out of the sand.
Uh-oh.
Move over, and it is going to loop itself around the legs of your horse, Stevia. You said that you already dismounted, right?
Yeah.
I recall that. Okay, then never mind. It's just going to attack you.
Okay.
It's a 17 to hit. I don't believe that hits.
Now we'll do it.
Okay, and then it is going to bring its neck back, and it is going to lunge at you again.
Okay.
That one is a 19. Does that hit?
That hits.
Okay. You take 4 points of piercing damage, and
Yeah.
can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Yep.
Wow, okay. So you take
Jeez.
4 points of piercing damage. Okay, now it is your turn, Stevia.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna draw batter. If I were to ask it a question, would that be a full turn or a bonus action?
I mean, talking's a free action.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna ask it if it's ever fought one of these before.
Not to my recollection, Stevia.
Well, it'll be a first for both of us. So I'm gonna attack it with batter, one-handed with my shield in the other hand.
Okay.
For 23.
23 definitely hits.
So it'll do 18 damage,
Wow.
13, and then 5 necrotic.
Right, you slam into this serpent, and you crush its head. And as you know, that is how you kill a snake.
All right. Well, then I'm just gonna run over here to the bug thing and smash it too. Why not?
Okay.
19
19 hits.
for 18.
18.
Wow.
Okay, you guys are having the opposite day to the Lions, who just couldn't get a hit in on Monday. Okay, yeah, the Ankeg is now bloodied.
All right. And then yeah, I'm just gonna try to yell at it and try to kind of get its attention.
That's the sound that it makes. Okay, next up, it is Soren's turn.
Okay.
I'm worried I know what spell is going to be cast.
Not yet. I only see one. I'm gonna hit it because that's what I do best.
Sure.
Damn.
21 does indeed hit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna like try and lop off a limb, like just hacking at it.
Sure. Yeah, you do 9 points of damage. And it looks even worse than before. I think you lop off one of its legs, but like the middle of its 6, so it's it's still standing. Okay.
Okay. Now for bonus action, spiritual weapon,
Sure.
because like
19 hits. And how much damage did you do? Sorry, I'm looking for something else.
it's 8.
8. Okay. Yeah, not looking good for the Ankeg. Brian, you're next.
Yeah, so I take a moment to pet my horse. It seems like everything's handled around here. And then I look, oh, it's still alive, and I'll take a shot at it from the horse.
Okay.
So is that at disadvantage?
Disadvantage, please.
Okay. Boom. Nope, that's a 1.
Yeah, you hit Sybil in the shoulder.
Ugh.
I need you to do the damage for that attack.
It's not sneak attack, though, right? Like, I don't have to do the sneak attack?
It's not a sneak attack, no.
Cool. 7 damage.
Okay, you take 7 piercing damage, Sybil.
Sybil just yelps when the arrow hits her, and she turns around.
It was Chandler.
What
You
was that?
Chandler did it.
You're not riding Chandler.
I'm going to turn the horse around and go over here. I don't know how far they can move, but I assume that's fine. And I'm going to take my bonus action shot.
Sure. 13 misses.
Okay. And I'll end my turn.
Okay, cool. As several serpents bust out of the ground, most of them behind you, one of them is going to curl up your horse and try to bite you, Sebastian.
Okay. I've earned that.
That is a 14 to hit.
That does not hit me.
Okay. It's going to try to bite you again. Basically, it coils itself quickly up the leg of your... These guys are giant more in the sense that they're, like, long as hell. Not in, like... They're not, like, girthy.
Okay.
And it's going to take a second bite out of you as a natural 20.
That does hit me.
Okay. You take 10 points of piercing damage. Oh no, what's this about? Go away. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Okay. 11.
11? Okay.
Yeah.
You take 7 points of poison damage.
Okay, does my uncanny dodge have both of those, or just the physical damage?
I think that it would have the total damage.
So what was the total? 17?
Total was, yes, 17.
So 8 or 9.
That'll be 8.
Okay, thank you.
And, okay, then this one's going to come up and attack you, Stevia.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Okay.
Okay. You take 2 points of piercing damage. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please, and tell me what it is?
16.
16? Okay. Nothing else happens. It's going to coil itself back and sort of attack you again, and this time it's going to like try to stick on you, like keep its pincers in there. That is a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. You take 3 points of piercing damage. Can you please make another Constitution saving throw?
It's a 10.
Okay. You are going to take 8 points of poison damage.
Okay.
All right, and this one is going to just slither over here. That's its turn. And then this one is going to slither here and going to attack you, Soren.
Okay.
That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
You take 4 points of piercing damage, and you
Okay.
don't have anything else happen. But then it is going to turn and shoot itself, and it is going to coil up your horse's like left foreleg, Sebastian. Your horse is not happy. Your horse is... and it is going to try and bite you with its second attack. That is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. You take 3 points of poison damage, or 3 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
6.
6. Okay. You are going to take 4 points of poison damage.
Sold.
Okay. Next up, it's the Big On Keg. They're going to turn. They're going to attack with its first pincer. They're going to attack Sybil. It's natural 20.
Bring it on. Okay.
Down.
You
I already had
take...
7 damage from my own brother.
You take...
Sorry.
13 points of piercing damage. Sorry,
Okay.
math is difficult.
Yeah,
And
That's
then
hard.
second attack, it's going to attack Soren. That is a 17 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay, and then that is its turn. But before you all know what's happening, several little long kegs poke up around you. Pew. And then we go back to the top of the order with Sybil.
Sybil's gonna notice the large amount of enemies swarming around them, and she's gonna look to Sword and say, can you do that thing now? The one thing with all the fancy people that pop up?
Yeah, just give it a minute.
Okay. And then Sybil is going to rush over to the one serpent thing, and she is going to cast Shatter on it.
Okay.
Um,
Can you ding where you're going to do it?
Oh, yes. It's was within 60 feet, but I think she would like to get up close, so if I have to, start wailing on it. A creature in a 10-foot radius sphere, so from here.
So that would hit both of your brothers and you.
Oh, dang it, you're right.
And this serpent.
Okay, so I don't think she runs over there. I think what she is simply going to do is, because it's within 60 feet, I think she's going to cast it here. Getting big on keg, tiny on keg, and then the serpent thing, I believe?
Yeah, that would work.
Okay. I think I just clicked heat metal. I did not mean to do that.
Okay, but your DC is 15, or is that the
No, it's 15.
Okay. The big on keg and the little on keg both save. The serpent fails.
The Constitution. Okay. Yeah, she just... And then... So, I think she... I don't remember exactly what the materials were, even though I have them written down. Chip with Micah. But whatever.
Do they take half as much?
Yep, half as much damage.
Okay. You watch as the little on keg is extremely bloodied. The big on keg is dead. You watch as basically this shattering noise seems to just tear through it, and it seems like all of the wounds that you all have put into it so far, it seems to just like shake it so much that happens, and then you watch as this poison serpent over here just seems to explode from the inside out.
Cool. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word. And so it's 6 creatures of my choice, but it's just going to be the 4 of us, because I assume we've all gotten hit a little bit.
And my horse, it got bit. Please.
Yeah, also, I'm bloodied. I need to put the little red marker thing on, but...
I can put it on. Well, I'll see how much you heal, and then... Okay.
8.
So 8. Are you still bloodied?
No.
Oh, okay. Then I will not put the thing on you. But yeah, you all get a health back.
Oh. Even me?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Adira is just gonna say, "You're welcome," and that's the word. The word. It's her glaring at Sebastian and saying, "You're welcome."
Across the continent, Adira says, "You're welcome." And
I was about to ask.
As Sybil does too.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It was just funny. Is that your turn? Is that your turn?
Yes, that's my turn. So sorry.
Okay, no problem. It was just funny.
My mind is scattered.
Next up, Stevia. It's your turn.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna bash this other snake. Do what I do best.
Sure.
For 13 this time.
13 hits the snake. How much damage was it?
9 damage.
9 damage? Okay, that snake is bloodied and is not looking good. As you
Alright, well,
make contact.
hit it again.
Sure.
26.
26 does hit.
Yeah, so basically bringing my hammer down in an arc, and as it strikes into this snake thing's head once and kind of rebounds, I just use the physics to bring it back down even harder, as a second blow, for 10 damage.
Yeah, okay. That one is enough to put the snake down for good. At least it seems to have done so. And by that I mean you have split it in half. with the concussive force of your hammer. That snake is gone.
Right.
Any movement you're taking?
Yeah, I'm gonna move over here, and then I'm gonna use action surge. So I'm going to attack this other serpent here.
Sure.
19.
19 hits.
That's 13 damage.
13 damage. That is enough to put this bad boy down. You just...
Snake killing machine.
Yeah. Stevia has not gone around without killing a snake in this combat. Okay.
That's a lot of new meat.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, that's what I'm excited
That's
about.
the only motivation she needs.
New boots.
I have some specific plans for this meat.
You have another attack if you'd like to take it. That was three.
Oh,
that was
I didn't
three
know I got
squares of
both of
movement.
One more snake.
Yeah. That's how we're gonna do it.
All right.
Roll the 1.
You drop Batterer, and you hear,
Oh no.
"Stevia, why? Don't throw me!" And then it's gone. You
I'm
have
coming for you, baby.
Batterer in
It
the
would have
sand.
been kind of funny if he said, "Ow."
Ow! That's what he says when he hits the ground, but then you can't. Your connection is lost. Soren, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, I mean, I kind of got to at this point.
I think at this point you're good. Maybe.
All right. So
No.
Never mind. Kill him.
Because you told me to.
That's true, but I didn't think that I didn't think that Stevia would be this efficient. I didn't think she would clear like half the map.
So it's 15 feet square around me.
Okay, 15-foot square around you. That is quite a lot. Did you draw it?
I can.
Thank
Give me 1 second.
Just if you draw it to your exact specifications.
I can't draw it fully just because the space, but like.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, so you will, at least for this turn, you get the Onkeg next to you.
Yeah, I'm also going to move, so can we just count that one? And then I'll move to the actual space I'll be positioned at.
Yep. Okay, the first Onkeg, he does make his save, so that means he takes half, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he takes 7 points of damage, and he is dead. As those little Vikings just tear him apart.
And then I'm going to move, I think, here.
Yeah, okay. I should say that these Onkegs are not actually like 5 feet. They're like cat-sized.
Okay.
These ones are little. You move right there, and then how big is the box again?
That big.
Oh, okay, cool. These two have to make it then. One of them fails. Second one fails. So they both take 15
wait,
points of radiant
How do
damage.
I delete a drawn shape?
It is very difficult. I've got it. I can delete it.
Okay. Because it's actually...
Oh, is it bigger than
I
that?
went too small. Because I realized I was not in the center, which is the whole point.
Okay, but you did do 15 damage to both of them, so they are gone.
Yeah. And then spiritual weapon, which would have been right here, is just going to go over to hit the snake.
Yeah.
So that, need to pull that up, is 7.
14
If that
hits.
hits.
Yeah, 7 damage. This snake is bloodied. And is that your turn?
Yeah, I would also like to point out I picked like people and horses not to be hurt.
Okay, yeah, good to know. Also, we had Nathaniel posted in chat that you do not get disadvantage for being on a horse. So if anybody would like to return to their horse, and Sebastian, I'm going to give you advantage on your first crossbow shot.
Oh, well, then I get
On
sneak
this
attack.
So if you all would
Thank
like
you, Nathaniel.
to remember
Thanks,
that,
dude.
I'm sorry. It is Sebastian's turn.
So only that snake is left. There's no other creatures that have popped up in
This
that.
onkeg.
Oh, I'm sorry. That
There's
might
one more
not
little
all.
cat-sized onkeg.
What I'd like to do is ride my horse here, and then does that allow me 10 movement to get off of it?
It would, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna get off of it and then bonus action hide behind it,
Okay.
and then shoot at that onkeg.
Yeah. Your horse is still a little riled up, so it doesn't quite like this, but it allows it to happen.
Okay, well, it's happening, buddy. I pet it. I pet it again.
And you have advantage for this first one with truth. 21 hits. Sneak
And then
attack too.
3d6. 19 damage to that little guy. That little cat-sized monster.
Yeah. Okay. You have severely damaged this onkeg, and by damaged, I mean you've obliterated it. It's gone. It's dead.
I used my free action to put up a high five to Sybil. I used the rest of my free action to take it down.
Good. She wasn't going to high five you back. She was just staring at you with her arms
No.
crossed.
No, I know.
Yes.
And
Did you feel the stare through my silence?
now it's snake time, baby. This snake is going to my favorite NPC. This exact snake. His name's Bertram. He is going to stay within your melee range, Stevia, but he slithers around you and is going to try and bite.
I'm going to use
That's
cutting words. I'm going
Sebastian?
to simply
Okay.
shout, just die already at the thing. And so, when a creature that you can see within 60 feet of you makes an roll attack, ability check, or damage roll, you can use the reaction to expend one of your bardic inspiration uses and roll a bardic inspiration die, which I believe is D8 at this point, and that'll subtract that from its whatever it rolls to do damage.
Okay.
Trillis.
Unless it can't hear. Oh, dang it.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't hit. It rolled fairly low, but you feel like it really was upset. It being a snake that loves to live. It has a.
Can snakes hear?
They do have ears.
Yeah.
And this snake
Like
specifically,
membranes.
Bertram, my snake NPC that I said is my favorite. He has very good hearing, and also a real zeal for life. So you saying you want it to die has really hurt his feelings.
All right.
And he misses because he rolled the 2. Okay, then next up, Sybil, it's your turn.
Sybil looks into the eyes of the snake, who probably turned around to look at her when she said it should die, and now she feels a little guilty. So she's going to walk up to it and non-lethally use her rapier to try to knock it unconscious.
Okay. Yeah, you. Okay, 19. Yeah, you. You pull Inigo. You pull a Wesley on Inigo Montoya and just bash the snake politely on the head, putting the snake into a deep sleep. And Bertram is so cute when he sleeps, and he's gone. Okay.
I felt bad, guys. I couldn't kill him.
Well,
Stevie's just going to eat him
sad.
alive.
I'll harvest him for meat. Don't worry.
Yep.
Oh no, Bertram.
Stevie, please don't.
40 pages of backstory gone. Just like that.
Looks like you all will never learn the secrets of the Snake Kingdom.
Thank God.
Yeah, I don't love snakes. This is all.
But I'll know the secret of what the Snake Kingdom tastes like, and that's the real mystery I'm looking to solve here.
And just for convenience sake, you all see the edge of the desert some ways away, where you might be able to maybe camp the night away and chat about this fight and how you all feel about the fight and what you feel about where you're going and what's going on in the world around you. I mean to say, let's do a little bit of role play at camp.
Well, first I'll do some roleplay here, and I want to harvest meat from all these things.
We just turn around and Stevie is slurping the snakes like a noodle.
Well, with
Kisses
the snake,
Vicar, who's at the other end.
with the snakes, I specifically want to try to keep the skin as intact as possible because I want to later stuff it full of the snake meat
Yeah.
and make it's like sausage casing, like a scaly sausage.
Can I help out Stevia do all that?
Yeah, so both of you, or Stevia, make a nature check with advantage.
15.
15? Okay. With a 15, you manage to get... It's not quite as juicy as you would like, but you do manage to get
Snake meat.
some good casing deal going on. I don't know how to describe snake sausage.
Well, I do. And yeah, with the on kegs.
You want to try the bug meat?
Yeah, no, I want the claws. Those look like some meaty, good like crab claws.
Yeah, they're big meaty claws.
Yeah, and the mandibles too, right? Do they have meat in them, or are those just pure chitin?
They have they got some bug meat.
All right, yeah, I want to slurp those dry for sure.
Sybil turns around and just has her head in her hands, and she's just muttering, I could feel it. I could feel his name was Bertram. He didn't deserve this.
Yeah, you feel almost a resonance in that little ring that you got that says Bertram.
Oh, I also pick up Batterer. I forgot. I don't want to lose Batterer.
Yeah, you pick up Batterer, and Batterer doesn't say anything unless you speak to Batterer, but he's clearly happy to be back in the hand.
Good to have you back, bud.
Good to be back!
So, how'd you feel fighting those snakes? Feel like you learned anything new?
It was a pleasant experience.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job, huh?
I believe that we make a fine team, Stevia.
I give it a high five.
I do not understand what we just did. I hope I did not harm you, Stevia.
No, it was great. It's good for me.
Good! Then it was fine for me as well. He doesn't sound quite like that. It's more just booming. It was good for me as well.
And then yeah, I put him back in his. I guess I keep him probably slung over my shoulder, or it. I don't know. Is it a he? Does it have a gender?
It seems to be fine with being called he.
Okay. See, I'll sling him over my shoulder.
I'd like to take my horse over here for just a moment, and then while Sybil is most in her feelings, I want to use my invisible mage hand to pull the bolt out of her back.
Okay, Sybil, you start bleeding out of the wound in your back.
Oh god.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
This horse needs water.
Sybil's gonna immediately turn around again and look at Sebastian. Why do you keep wounding me today?
I'll rush over.
Same wound. It's the same wound.
I want to go to Sybil and be like, did you pull the bolt out? You're not supposed
did.
to pull it out.
Do you know nothing about being stabbed?
I'll pull out a handkerchief and like put it to the wound, try to staunch the blood flow.
I mean, there's no way of anyone knowing that I did that, so
I think
feel
because
comfortable.
Because it's stevia. Well, you did suddenly say something and immediately avoid the situation that you had just caused, so I think Sybil knows it was you.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Also, I think because stevia is so strong and she's like trying to stop the bleeding, it stops pretty soon.
Yeah, make a medicine check with advantage, because you do have a big hand to apply pressure to that wound with.
To the tiny shoulder.
12.
Yeah, I mean, so like, it's not a horrible wound, and it is like you did heal a good amount of the like internal damage. So there's not so much blood that stevia doesn't pretty quickly stop it.
It's also not an arrowhead; it's like a bolt,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's not going to like
Smooth.
rip open your body.
Yeah, it's like a little piece
That
of chalk. with a
doesn't
point.
make it better.
It doesn't make it worse. And I get on my horse and I ride into the sunset.
It's noon.
Nowhere special. I've always wanted to go to Nowhere Special. Okay, so we can fast forward to you all being at camp, if you would like.
Okay.
Boom!
You're at camp.
I'm roasting some on-keg claws over the fire.
So you all know that your current path will take you close to the town of Bayul, if you wanted to stop in for supplies, or just a night sleeping in a bed.
Man, I'm fine either way.
I like sleeping out among the stars. I think it's pretty.
And I think we're pretty stocked up, right? Do we need supplies?
You do not
Got plenty.
need supplies.
Got plenty of meat.
You got meat, you got sweets. What more could you need?
But I also don't want to waste Ben's NPCs he probably made.
Hey, what your characters would do is what you all got going on.
We probably shouldn't alert anyone to our traveling in this direction anyway. So it might be good to stay out of the towns.
That sounds good.
Yes, huh?
So what, you guys can turn into animals?
What?
That's what you said, right? Or no, you can call an animal. I know how this game works.
You also have one.
I don't think I've ever done it. They told me I could. I don't believe it.
I mean,
Try it
you
right
have-
now.
Yeah, you have 4.
Okay.
Yet you climbed to the mountaintop and gained all of them. We all did it together.
Okay, let me call forth a magical steed.
Yeah, try it right now.
Okay. And for a minute, nothing happens. And then you all start to hear clopping against the soft dirt. What is your hoof animal, Sebastian?
It's a mountain goat.
You hear clop, 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 clop. And you see bounding towards you across the dirt a mountain
yeah.
goat.
I clap in unison.
It is big enough. It is not quite giant. It's not quite horse size, but is big enough to carry Sebastian.
Oh, cool. This was fun. What we just did.
It seems to have enjoyed when you were clapping for it, and it comes
Yeah.
right up to you and seems to like you.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like this little guy. I'm gonna name him Goat Bastion. No, that's
I'm
not
so
good.
sorry. What?
He
Nothing. No, you
He-
didn't. No,
does the goat jump and kick off, but he does it off of Stevia's back. You know how goats
No.
will kick other goats and do like a backflip? He does that, but on Stevia's back.
okay.
I'm charmed by that.
And he's
I'm gonna name him Flip. That's a good name.
That's a great
Yeah.
name.
Is this the first time you've summoned it for real?
Yeah, I'm not. I get really stressed out when people tell me I have to try to do things. And so they told me about. I'm new to the Thorns. I'm pretty fresh, you know.
Yeah, right. But I don't know. Seems like they would have checked to just make sure that you summoned all your things.
I'm pretty good at dodging stuff like that.
Yeah. All right.
Like, look,
Why goat?
Look, I'm over here now. No, a goat. I think that. Oh,
yeah. Flip is like following you when you move.
yeah. So it just follows me everywhere.
Right now it is. Like
I tell it
when you move over there, it follows you.
I tell it to go over here.
Okay, it does.
Whoa.
And it looks back at you like, can I fucking flip? You put me next to the big one, can I?
Yeah, hit it, dude.
And Stevia, like, is there any way that you're acting when you see that
Yeah.
this is the goat's intention?
I'm gonna like kneel down and kind of springboard it so it can like flip off my hands and like pull them up so it flips way high in the air.
Yeah, it does that. Let me make an acrobatics check for a goat. It's probably pretty good, and it turns out it does it amazingly. It flips perfectly. It does
Yeah,
like
throw it like 30 feet in the air and it's still.
yeah, and it does like a Matrix crane kick up in the sky and then falls back down.
This might be the best day of my life. I'm so happy right now.
Well, yeah, these things are it's a lot of fun to have these things at our disposal.
What do you do? What is yours?
Well, I guess it's time for y'all to meet Tammy. And yeah, summon my hoof.
Okay, and is
Animal.
Tammy full-sized or riding size?
Well, that would almost be the same for me, I would say.
There's a little difference in the riding size.
Well, humans ride elephants.
Elephants.
You all hear after a few minutes, boom, 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 and a elephant appears and walks towards you all. And when it sees Stevia, its footsteps get a little lighter, and it does like that little elephant run when they're really excited to see like their mom. And runs over and like
I
wraps
run toward its arms outstretched and like
yeah, and
embrace
she
it.
wraps her tusk around you or trunk around you and brings you in.
Elephant moms never forget.
Like, see, these things are great.
Mrrr,
Patting her.
mrrr.
Yeah, have you met Flips yet, Tammy? I don't think so.
It looks down at Flip, and Flip is like, I don't know if goats wag their tail, but Flip wags his tail.
Oh, they do for sure.
And he runs over and just starts flipping nonstop against
Yes.
Tammy's legs.
It's the
And
best day of my
Tammy
life.
like clearly enjoys it.
Yeah, they're cool. What about y'all? Let's see y'all's. Let's whip them out.
So Sybil is going to bring her flute up to her lips and then suddenly begin to play. It's like a very soft, calming tune, and materializes a rare white deer. And once the deer comes up to Sybil, she just stops playing and then scratches like its chin and says, "Hi, Darby."
Darby.
Darby has to appear out of your sight.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
But you
That's
can
fine.
have like the illusion, and then Darby comes up and like hits the pose.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Darby is like very fancy and like prances. And it comes and it very much wants to be given attention.
Is it fully white, like antlers and all?
Yes.
Nice.
I looked it up. There's apparently a rare, like little community of just purely white deer.
It's awesome.
And it's Darby's like clearly very happy to see you, and like fluttering its eyelashes with the attention.
If Flip looks like he wants to try to flip off of Darby, I shake my head no.
And he did, and he accepts.
Okay.
Sybil also sees that in Flip's eyes and then immediately hugs Darby close to her.
And
Please, she's very delicate.
And Darby leans into you as if to say, "I'm very delicate."
Oh man, I can't wait for the angriest animal of them all. What do you got, Sword?
Yeah.
And he whistles, and it's just like a black Arabian horse.
Yeah, and
It's just a horse.
it comes thundering in, galloping at full tilt, and then it comes to a stop and like skids in the dirt, pops up, and then it just lifts a single hoof and stomps it down.
I imagine Flip has no interest in flipping off of this
He
one.
does not. He looks terrified of this
Hey,
horse.
nice horse.
Would
Yeah,
Sybil already know the name of your horse?
His name is Claude, because I thought it was funny, because Claude means limping, even though he's like the healthiest horse alive.
Okay, but do you think that Sybil would know its name and have
Yeah.
met Claude before? Okay. She's just going to wave and say, "Hey, Claude." Much like Soren has probably met Darby.
Claude goes, and is like throwing his head a little bit like horses do.
I want to kind of rub his snout.
Yeah, he leans into
It's like-
you and
Yeah.
is very gentle.
Claude's just a big stupid baby. That's all he is. Yes, he
Is
is.
Soren saying that?
Yeah.
And he does like a very like show
Stupid
horse.
babies need the most attention.
Yeah, he does. He's a little baby.
He does like a show horse. He like trots a little circle around you where he like does like a little bit of like a tilt away from the side where he lifts his hoof so that it looks like he's like dancing.
It's him.
That is a majestic horse. I feel like
Claude looks at you, and he has the exact same expression as Soren wears all the time.
Yep. Nope. Yep, these animals all make sense for us. I just realized.
Sybil's going to walk over to Claude and try to, like, brush his mane, like, pet his mane a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of, like, leans into you.
You know you have others, right?
I'm gonna play fetch.
Yeah, you're, like, throwing a snake and having Tammy go get it?
Yeah. So snake bones, maybe.
Okay. You throw it, and Tammy goes, "Roar," and goes,
Very George.
grabs it.
It's very George of the Jungle.
Yeah.
Do they eat?
Is that you, Sebastian, asking, or you,
Yes.
Brian, asking?
No, I'm Brian.
Yes, they do eat. They exist as normal animals. When you summon them, they are basically pulled from whatever they are doing and appear out of your sight.
I'm gonna feed some of the cabbage I have.
He, like, devours it.
And I'm gonna put some cabbage in one hand and my boot in the other hand, and I'm gonna say yes to the cabbage and no to the boot. I want
He
to teach this goat.
looks at you like he would love to understand, but he
Feed
would,
him a
Does he eat
can.
both?
Feed him a can.
I'm not feeding him a can. I don't think we have
this-
aluminum or tin.
this world does not have Napoleon who's trying to invade Russia, so the tin can has not been invented.
Well, what's the equivalent of pie? Feed him a pie.
What is a pie if not a food can?
Well, that's what they originally were.
What?
Pies. Pies were
Stevia, you
really
have to
for-
explain how pies.
As you are talking
Well,
to
you-
Stevia, make a perception check.
Oh.
12? Okay. You're talking to Stevia.
So how about so a pie was just a container before?
Yeah, it's like a big thick crust. You put all the stuff you want to preserve inside of it. You cook that, and then you pour melted butter all through it until it completely seals it up. Then it'll keep for months.
But wouldn't the pie not be the container? The pie is the actual entirety of the pie, right?
It's a pie.
It wouldn't just
Well,
be the crust.
The crust is the container, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't really eat the crust. You just eat what's inside of it. The crust gets pretty gross after a couple months, you know.
Yeah.
What? I look at Sybil.
Hey,
Is that real, Sybil?
Sebastian, you look down, and Flip has taken a bite out of the cuff of your boot.
God damn it!
Yeah, it's real.
My boot's been eaten. Part of my boot's been eaten. I'm having a weird day.
Well, I just got the cuff.
Here's my favorite cuff.
You have a favorite cuff?
It was a great cuff.
It was a really good cuff. Look at this other cuff. It's crap. I hate this cuff.
Do you distinguish boot cuffs from shirt cuffs, or do you have independent favorite cuffs of the subcategories?
I need a detailed description of what's going on with his boots. And their cuffs especially. Explain to me.
Like Buccaneer boots?
Paint a world,
assumed
Ben.
I assumed when I said cuffs, I was assuming they were Buccaneer boots.
And you assumed correctly.
How
And,
floppy? How floppy of a Buccaneer boot is it?
Are they vegan leather?
Of course.
How many inches of flop you got going on in those cuffs?
I don't want to answer that because I know it'll be wrong. It'll never be enough what I say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some things should remain a mystery, I guess.
Those are boots you bought from merchants from the Spicer Coast. They are the most extravagant boots you were able to buy. They have 4-inch floppy cuffs.
Do the toes go up too?
Toes curl just a little bit. Not
Okay.
extravagantly, but just enough. Enough to get the job done, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Makes
Spicer
a
Coast,
point.
we know business. Yeah, these are. I just shake my head at my goat for a moment.
He looks like genuinely remorseful. Like he doesn't look... He's not happy with himself.
I give him more cabbage,
He takes the cabbage very happily.
and I'll kiss him on the face.
Yeah, he seems very appreciative. And you, I mean, like, I will say, since this is the first time that you have summoned them, this is a good way to explain them to our viewers. Like, you feel a very, very strong connection to this goat. Like, you feel like, oh, I'm not only looking at a goat, like, strange enough as it is, I'm looking at me.
No, I for sure don't want to show the 3 people here, but I would have probably taken a bite out of that boot too. If confronted with the option as a goat, I feel that would have been my choice as well.
Yeah, but like you feel like this is more than a goat. Like this is
a bud.
I have a deep connection to this goat. This goat is me in a way that's difficult to explain.
I'm really happy you guys showed me that.
I'm surprised you didn't know it. You were with us when we were able to get them.
Yes, and I was asleep.
You all do remember vaguely Soren was like, I'll be in the back, and he was snoring the whole time.
No, Sebastian.
Oh, sorry, Sebastian. It's because he was snoring. I got him confused with Soren.
To be fair, I have developed I do disguise myself as Soren sometimes, so I might have been Soren that was sleeping.
Just when you need to be grumpy. You just...
Yeah.
Okay. So, anything else that you all would like to speak about while you are next to the fire before you set watches and go to sleep?
Sybil's just playing fun little tunes on her flute, and Darby is dancing around her.
Yeah, Darby is doing, like, fun little forest dances. That looks however you, the listener, envision it to look. Okay, if there's nothing else that you all would like to do, we can set a watch.
I do think we should make a pact here right now.
Okay.
All of us should agree on this as the Thorns that we are, that no matter what happens when we get to where we're going, we will lay our lives on the line to protect Chandler the Flying Carpet. You all agree with this, right? You will die for Chandler, right?
Sure.
Soren, did you take up smoking?
I'm not coughing. No.
Oh, Stevie, did you take up smoking?
You get 2 years of experience. And like, how the fuck do you get that? But like the AAPC.
I'm so lost.
What's happening?
Sorry, I was drinking water while you all talked to clear my throat, and it went down the wrong pipe.
I'm glad the DM didn't die on live stream. Imagine the headlines.
I came pretty close there. I mean, it would be pretty good press if you all could get a second
Yes.
DM in. You know, I don't want to die, but if I have to get some more eyeballs on this dang show. Okay, do you
Hear
all
that? Tell your friends about the show, and we'll kill our DM.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you all swear to uphold the sacred oath for Chandler the Carpet?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'll take second watch, and so we'll. goes to bed, and I assume, I guess Darby can come with her, but I think during the night, could Darby like disappear? I don't know how they leave us.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long we have them. I'll
It's
take
technically
the
done.
first watch if you guys need me to.
Okay. So roll your perception check first, then.
I'm doing it.
Heck yeah.
I can take
Well.
second watch.
Oh, you're taking second watch, Soren?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take a third then. Really saved myself from that 5. Thank you, Jack of all trades.
Okay, in the early hours of the following morning, you are all asleep except for Stevia. And Stevia, you hear a faint noise in the distance. Like over here, but far off.
Okay, come from over there. Is Tammy gone now?
If you told her to leave.
Oh, no, I think I probably would have hung out with her. Yeah. I guess I probably can't quietly ride Tammy over to check out what that was.
No, but you could walk pretty quietly.
I'm just gonna wake everybody up.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, I'll go check it out on my own. I'm not gonna wake anybody.
Oh, okay. You leave.
Yeah, I'll leave Tammy there.
Okay.
Tammy's on watch now.
Yeah, Tammy will take care of him.
You hear Tammy toot toot. I need you to make an athletics check.
Alright. 23.
23. Okay, you get back as you see 2 men, both going through Sebastian and Sybil's things.
Shit. I'm filled with traps.
Is that a man or a slug man?
It's a man. They're both men. Neither of them are slug men.
We don't know their personalities.
Okay, I just looked at the stream. It does not look like it looks like a human man now, but when I first saw it appear, I was like a slug person.
Yeah, it's a slug man.
It was just so green and yellow.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna pull out from my hand, both either side of me. I'm gonna pull out my hand axes, one in each hand.
Sorry, you're kind of cutting out a little bit there at the end. Okay, you're very staticky. Or like,
Maybe jump out and jump back in.
The other at each of them.
Zach, would you mind hopping out and hopping back in?
He also rolled 4 hand axe rolls.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the first 2,
both 11s.
which are 11s. So both of these 2 dart away as you all sleep and are woken up to see a pair of men running off. They both seem to have grabbed something.
Can I make chase?
Yeah, can I shoot a guiding bolt as soon as I get up into one of their legs?
Sure, you'll have disadvantage because you're groggy.
Okay.
And Sebastian, you can give chase.
Okay. I imagine half movement to get up, right?
Yes.
Then I will bonus action dash towards them. And then I'll use my action to shoot at them.
Okay. They have dashed, so they are further away. Because you only got 45 feet, and they got far.
Yeah.
Guiding
Okay,
bolt
so-
10. You do not hit either of them, Soren.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll take shots at them.
Okay. Okay. You
Hell yeah.
hit both. Hey, okay, Stevia, you missed with both of your hand axes. And the 2 men bolted away. Yeah, a 6 damage. The younger of the 2, by the looks of it, he's bloodied. I'm sorry, I have like a frog in my throat now from coughing so much. The other one, the older one, he seems to be kind of okay. And then they dash away again.
We don't have initiative order, so I'm a little confused who's going, but may I dash
Yeah.
this time?
Sure.
Can I just fucking call Quad
Yeah.
and chase them down?
You can. It'll take him a few minutes to get back. I mean, they in fairness, they dashed off of this map. I was just keeping them there as a representation.
Okay.
You all notice that they seem to not be dashing in the direction that they dashed. If you're looking off the map, they are going due west. You would be able to get close enough. You would be able to get within, 80 feet of them and then keep that pace if you all are just straight dashing.
So I can I can move and dash, and then shoot as well.
Because
I
you can dash as a bonus action.
Yeah.
So can I keep doing that?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm just gonna grab my stuff and kick out the fire
Okay.
and chase after.
Yeah, the 13 misses.
Okay.
The older of the two, but you do hit the younger of the two. The older of the two is bloodied, and the younger of the two falls over dead. The old man shouts something and just drops what he was holding and crawls back to the younger one and just tries to, hold him.
Can we? I don't know what the initiative order, so I'm confused. But I think if Sybil dashes again, I get up close to them.
Sure. I mean, yeah, and there's not an initiative order. You all aren't in combat right now.
Okay. It was just a little confusing. It felt like, I don't know. I'm dumb. I think Sybil's gonna rush up to them and say, immediately look at the older man and say, "Get back what you stole, and I'll heal him."
He's dead.
How dead is he? Could cure wounds work?
Looking at him, you can see that no, he's dead.
Oh, he's okay.
I don't have a way to not shoot them to death.
Okay, I was just wondering if it was.
You see, he shoves Sebastian's entire backpack, and you see him grab what the younger man was holding, which is your flute. And he just shoves them towards you, and then you see he is weeping.
Sybil starts to get a little emotional too, and she just says, "Do you want to go with him?"
No. I need to tell our mother. And there's one less pair of hands.
Why were you stealing from us?
You looked wealthy. Thought we could pick a few coins and you wouldn't notice.
Sybil's
This
gonna,
is the risk of what you did.
Of course.
I think Sybil. Oh, so sorry. Sybil's gonna snatch her flute off the ground and then immediately start to run it back to the camp.
Hey you guys, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I saw you guys reading through our stuff, and I just kind of reacted without thinking. I think I set all that off. So, I mean, I know I can't apologize for your loss here, but I mean,
why didn't you stop when?
Because we thought that if we stopped you, it'd kill us. That's happened before when there used to be more of us.
You're foolish. You're not built for this. Why would you do this?
There are many people in my family that need to eat.
You shouldn't do things that you're not able to do. You shouldn't. You're a fool. I throw 10 gold on the ground and I walk away.
Bright son. I give them a couple of strings of sausages. So hopefully your family can eat a little better tonight. Again, I know it's not ever gonna make up for this. You want me to help you carry him back? I just feel real bad about this.
No. You can see that he's like just completely at a loss for how to express what he's trying to say. I am very happy that I am not dead.
All right.
I do not want the person who killed my brother to help me carry him.
I'm back at the
Well,
campfire.
I'm not the one that killed him, but
Much the same.
yeah, I'm kind of like pull him up, dust him off. Like, all right, this is the real part now. So we gotta get him back to your family again. Sorry, but next time you see people who look like us, I mean, I don't know. Maybe don't mess with them. You know, maybe it's not worth it.
Okay. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, that was me saying
Yeah.
okay to, like, rap. That was not him.
Okay.
He's just completely okay now. Okay.
Yeah.
I learned a lesson.
No, it was more, I realized that Stevia and Soren both grabbed their things before giving chase, so something I was about to say didn't happen.
Oh, more thieves.
But he picks up his little brother and he starts walking due west again.
I don't think they're gonna bother us anymore.
I don't know. There could have been more of them. Was there anything like
I suppose.
discernible on them? Like, were they just wearing normal clothes, or?
They were dressed like field laborers.
Okay.
They didn't have any weapons or anything.
Yeah, even if there were, I mean, you know, they just had some rudimentary tools. You got magic, and your sister's got magic, and your brother's real sneaky, and I'm pretty strong myself. I think, you know, we could probably take them if it comes to that. But
I don't trust the fact that they didn't have weapons, but there's not much more we can do about it. I start walking back.
Okay. Yeah, you all go back. And you can consider yourself to have a long rest once you all go back to sleep and wake up with daylight.
So you said they took my pack. They didn't take something out of it.
They just grabbed your whole pack, but you got it back and it doesn't seem like anything was missing.
What of Sybil's stuff? Did they take the whole pack?
Grabbed her flute.
Flute. That's right.
And okay, so I just need to know the only stop before a sort of long stretch of marshland mixed with forest. Well, not marshland. Like farmland that is out of season, and then forest. The only stop before the plateau will be the town of Beol. Are you all interested in stopping by, or are you just gonna keep on trucking? Because you do have all of your supplies. You like sleeping out under the stars.
Sybil is going. If they want to go into town, she's okay with it, but she seems like very upset from what had happened earlier that day.
is the town in the direction that they ran off to?
It is due west.
Okay. I mean, we might run into them folks again. I don't know if that's real right for us to be parading around in town after we kill one of them.
Yeah, I don't need to go to that town.
But
Okay,
whatever y'all want to do.
3
Yeah,
against.
I don't feel like we need to tarry any longer than we have.
Okay, then you all continue, and you go for another week and a half.
Sorry, Ben.
Nope, no worries at all. You all continue to go, and I need Soren to make 2 survival checks and roll a d12.
Oh,
We'll just count
Oh.
those. 25
yeah,
and 12.
that's fine. I
7.
don't know why I was rolling it. It's
Uh-oh.
strange.
You got another fight with onkegs and snakes on,
Hey,
on my little table.
more desert?
Just kidding. You managed to cut through about a week of your journey super quick, and you actually Soren is pointing to things that you can forage, so you all actually you don't even cut through the supplies that you have. And
Do I find any cool herbs?
you do find some cool herbs. You find some.
What are their flavor profile?
There's an umami. There's a very
Ooh.
bitter
Ooh,
root
mommy.
that can be cooked into things.
Root.
At
Okay.
some point on this trip, Soren, I think you do break out those little sweets that you got
Oh, yeah.
from Rachel. And you note that when you bite into them, they are like almonds with chocolate and coconut, but you realize that they are salted too. So there's a nice mix of flavors.
Nice.
And then,
Do they bring him joy?
do they?
It's a wonderful flavor profile. I love it.
Oh, wonderful.
An almond
Wonderful.
joy.
Astounding.
And then you have a slightly longer trip when you come to the actual desert. So you go through, and I think that you all do kind of have to dip into your water a little bit more than you thought you would. But only one day into the desert, you come to a point where you can see, in the distance, the plateau, atop which is the Silver Petal Forest. This is a plateau. This is what a plateau looks like. And you all know that you can reach it in a few days if you just head like a straight shot towards it.
Yeah. I think I've been riding Tammy as well. I think I'll switch to Tammy from my horse.
Okay, yeah, your horse is like, hell yeah, I'm not going to be the one attacked by snakes now.
Yeah.
The horse is strangely very calm riding next to Tammy.
They're friends.
Because it also is like Stevia. It reminds the horse of Stevia.
Yeah.
But
We're
you
family.
all are at the base of the... You can reach the plateau if you like, and there is no incident upon your approach. And climbing it, you could take turns, you could use some soul bonds, you could try climbing equipment. You got a few options.
I'm riding Chandler.
Okay, you have to speak the command word. I know what the command word. Do any of you?
Is it Bing?
It is indeed.
I know so little about Friends, but I knew that.
You lay the carpet out, and you get on top of it, and you say, Bing! And it floats up. And Sebastian, you are driving the flying carpet.
Oh, I've had a very sullen day. I've been pretty in a dark mood, and that completely changes in this moment. I am very, very happy.
I reach up to give him a high five.
Oh, I'm going for it. I've been needing that. I've been needing a high five, Stevia. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I slam it good.
Yeah, you get that raw red skin, Sebastian, from like a
I'll
good
take
it.
dive.
Ooh, I like it.
Uh,
Anyone want to ride Chandler?
do you mind if I join you?
Yes, I don't mind, is what I meant. I do not mind. Forgot how sentences work. Yes, you can. No, I don't mind.
Thanks. I think.
No, you. I'm happy to have you upon Chandler Airlines.
It's called Airlines because it looks like just a line in the air. Yeah, you float down on Chandler, and Sybil, you can step up onto Chandler.
Sybil does so, but she seems very nervous
And you
on the
step
carpet.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it feels nice. It feels stable.
Okay. That doesn't quell her anxiety.
Hey, S-Dog, you ready to get soaring on this magic carpet?
I call my soul bond. I'm not getting on the carpet
Your soul bond of the sky.
of the sky.
What is that?
It's a raven.
Hell yeah. Okay. After a few moments, you all look up and you see just this large black figure flying down towards you, and this raven that is slightly bigger than your all's normal horses lands in front of Soren, and then it lands menacingly, kind of like it's trying to grab something on the ground, and then it just slowly stands up.
Is it a giant raven?
It is a giant raven.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, I assume. Sorry, I could have asked normal size
No,
or riding size. I assumed
Absolutely
riding size.
colossal raven.
Yeah.
Also,
All right.
I love how Sebastian completely ignored all the advice Jiayu gave him last time we played these characters.
What advice? What happened? It's a magic carpet. What do you mean?
You said S-Dog.
Oh yeah. I'm still working on that. I'm sorry, Sybil, okay?
No. Not Sybil. Out of character. I'm so sorry. He didn't know what you talked about with Jiayu.
That's true. You could have read my journal. I don't know. Apparently stuff just gets stolen from me.
And Stevia, how are you planning to get up?
Yeah, I'm going to give Tammy a scratch behind the ears and then dismiss her. And I'm going to call forth my soul bond of this guy, which is an albatross named Carla. I'm going to give a whistle call. But I'm still going to climb. I just want it there just in case I'll slip up or something.
I really hope all your soul bonds are just diner waitresses.
Tammy.
They all work for a pie shop.
That's why she knows so much about pies. Tammy starts to loop around the plateau so that she can get out of sight and disappear. While that happens, you all look up, and after about 30 seconds, you see a massive albatross big enough that it could carry Stevia flying down towards the ground, and you can see it is flying down with what looks like completely different intentions from that raven. It does a barrel roll as it comes down, just because it's fun to fly.
It's having fun.
Yeah.
I need
give it
you
a hug.
to make 3 athletics checks to climb, Stevia, as the rest of you just fly up. All right, you make it halfway up with no problem.
Jesus Christ.
You are throwing yourself like Wonder from Shadow of the Colossus. 13, you go up really slow, and then with that 19, you clamber up to the top, and you are not even tired.
Yeah, this is my home.
And we're going to take a break. Is everybody good with coming back at... I guess, it's kind of awkward timing on my part to say we're going to leave. Is everybody good to come back at, let's say 7:40, 6-minute break?
All right.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Hey, everybody. That sounded like I was about to start rapping. It's fun to play Dungeons & Dragons in a streaming way. I love the king of games, Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, Yugi Moto.
You do love Yu-Gi-Oh though.
I do,
right?
and I did love the Yu-Gi-Oh show. Not a joke. I loved the Yu-Gi-Oh program.
Yeah, no, that was a little after my time with shonen stuff.
I don't even count. I don't count that as shonen. That's
Well, yeah, sure it is. Why not?
I think it is. It's just
Well, it is a Shonen Jump.
it's
right?
it's merchandising. Like it's
Well,
like
yeah,
it's like
that's true.
it's like Transformers equivalent. So
Yeah.
I don't count that as like
Very toyetic.
I say like, you know, the shonen of Dragon Ball Z is a different shonen from Yu-Gi-Oh shonen.
That's true.
What do you think, viewer at home?
Weigh in on this controversial debate.
Neither Zach or I have to go to the bathroom.
Nope. I already went. I had to go to bed earlier.
Or
That's
maybe-
when I made an oath about Chandler that I'm not sure what I swore to.
Oh, you swore that on pain of death you would protect Chandler.
Oh,
so that-
Okay.
Specifically Chandler from the show Friends. I feel like, disclaimer, I'm not a huge fan of the television program Friends.
I don't think anybody is really. Well, I guess I'm sure a lot of people are actually, but it is not very good.
I doubt that anyone on the stream is a very big fan.
That's probably true.
This is a Frasier stream. Frasier's our boy.
At least Seinfeld, you know.
All right. Well, we're a house divided between two of NBC's smash hits of the late
I
90s.
love Frasier, but I mean, Seinfeld's the be all end all of like 3-camera sitcoms. That's the last good one. It ruined all other like 3-camera sitcoms.
I mean, I believe that Frasier started just after it.
Yeah, some that started during its run were okay. Frasier's okay.
Well, it's
News
Yeah.
Radio is alright.
News Radio is great. I love News Radio.
Yeah, but anything that started after Seinfeld ended are terrible.
I can't think of one that I enjoy. So
No, yeah, because Seinfeld just destroyed it all. It broke down all the tropes of the sitcom and made them absurd. So now you can't enjoy a regular sitcom. It's the greatest prank that they played, I think.
nobody can slide in after opening a door and shouting Jerry anymore.
Right. And have that be funny still.
That's how Sebastian enters a room.
Yeah.
Soren! Or no, I guess Soren would be George. So I think that Stevia is Kramer.
Kramer,
Yeah.
I'm the tallest.
Soren is Sebastian is Jerry. And Sybil's Elaine.
I am so into that.
Or you know what? I
Sybil's
actually
Elaine?
just realized Sebastian is Elaine and Sybil is Jerry.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's true.
Sorry I killed that guy.
The Mackinac peaches, Sybil. Yeah, I mean, I kind of started it, so I can't really.
No. It escalated
Through
really
X's.
quickly.
I mean, to be honest, like they should be prepared. If you're gonna steal something, like
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, hey, you all did what you thought was best. Who am I to pass moral judgments on you?
I mean, I tried to shoot him in the leg, but if it had hit, he probably wouldn't have had a leg. But you know,
True.
And
It would have been like crackling energy and then boom. I think that would have had both of them stop running and then immediately surrender.
I don't know.
To be
I feel
fair,
like I've
there's
shot
an
at
elephant.
people before, and they just kept running because they didn't want to get within range.
But how could one of them run if their leg was blown up?
Well, most people abandon the other one. Like when you're being chased by a bear.
he could have been a hopping champ.
Yeah, I mean,
Could've been-
if they had a different relationship, they might have abandoned the other. Who knows? But we'll never know.
No.
They're lost to time. It's 7:39. Let's get back into the roleplay spirit.
Yeah.
Hey, you all come to what is, oddly enough, a forest. What you can see is that the leaves on these very tall, sort of twisted branches, trees, where each tree seems to be like pieces of different trees from different places. Like some of them are more deciduous, and some of them are more like tropical, where it'll have like a portion of its branch will be like almost a palm tree, and then it will turn into an oak. and these branches sort of twist with no reason. And you can see that every single leaf, no matter what type of leaf that it is, it does look like the texture of a leaf. And if you get close enough and you maybe rise on Chandler to touch one of them, you can see that, oh, they are actually leaves. Like, they feel like leaves. But they look the color of silver.
I'd like to send my raven over and to just sit on a branch.
Sure.
This is the familiar.
Which branch? The legislative?
I take a little. If I take a little nibble out of the leaf,
It tastes like leaf. Which tree do you want your?
Just on an oak branch.
so I can like bite it. It's not.
Oh, I guess I should
It's
point
not
out.
like metal.
Yeah, you can bite it, and it tastes like leaf. Okay, you send it over there, and it immediately clocks a massive bat that is hanging from a tree. It is about the size of a human.
Can I poof it back to me?
You can, yes.
Yeah, I'm poofing my raven back. Did those bats? They were sleeping, right?
They were asleep.
Okay. Sybil,
Are we still on our carpet?
I am still on the carpet.
Sybil is clinging tightly to you and has her eyes closed, and she is shaking.
Sybil, there's bats in those trees. You don't have to be scared of the carpet. It's going to protect you. Chandler.
Are we
Chandler
still
made a
flying
pact.
up the mountain?
No, we're on the plateau now.
Yeah, and you can see, you can step down if you like, Sybil.
Sybil does so quietly.
Chandler, make stairs.
Chandler does not make stairs.
And
You all hear movement from over in these trees. And there's a little bit of crashing.
I'll hop down quietly and let the carpet roll up.
Sure. And as soon as you do, you see a massive fish that seems to fly through the air, coming towards you. It opens its mouth, and you see that it has fangs like a barracuda. Its scales are mixed with moss that seems to have grown over them, and on its head it has a pair of antlers like a deer.
Sybil, is that your bird?
no, what?
Everybody roll initiative, please. Sorry.
Sybil was not able to call in her soul bond of Sky because her soul bond of Sky is a swan who probably wouldn't let her ride.
But you can have a fun foot pedal boat ride on it, right?
Yeah, it would just be... Sybil would get a real leg workout getting that thing up the mountain.
Yeah, she would have to do the work.
Okay, so Soren, as your siblings talk on the carpet, you see this massive moss-covered barracuda flying through the air as if it was swimming. It's your turn. Soren?
Am I still on my soul bond?
You are on your bird. If you would like to get
Okay.
off, that is your choice.
Does that give me any kind of advantage, disadvantage?
It gives you the ability to fly. It does not give
Okay.
you any
Yeah.
sort of advantages or disadvantages.
I want to kind of do a diving motion at it. If I'm above it at all, and just take a swing at it from mounted on the back of my raven.
Okay, yeah, you can fly over there.
Okay. So let me quickly. Yeah, and then. Yeah.
All right, yeah, you come over and you take a swipe down with that axe, and you hit it with your 21, and you do 7 points of slashing damage. It just kind of goes, And
Okay.
there you go.
Bonus action spiritual weapon, because
Sure.
obviously. And I'm gonna make that one like non-lethal, just because I remembered that Phoebe was like, "Hey, maybe try not to kill them all."
Yeah. Okay, and it takes that 11, and it goes.
I don't like the way it sounds.
And is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's looking up at you. Next up in our order, it's Sebastian. I don't know why I sounded like that.
It's fancy.
Next up in our order.
It always comes back to the guy trying to tell us a story from the first episode. Is he engaged in combat?
He would be considered engaged, yes.
Okay,
Rules
then
of
I'm going.
engagement. Say.
I will shoot. 16.
Just hits.
Okay. Do I get sneak attack on that?
You do.
Ooh. 25 damage.
Wow, okay. He is bloodied and looks extremely fucked up. You see that moss is starting to slide off as it gets mixed with blood. It seems like the moss was just like right on top of the scales, and when you have wounded it, it shakes a little bit off, and it goes, and more of the moss just sort of peels away with the pressure of the blood.
I will use my movement to move back here, and bonus action hide in the trees, and I want to keep an eye on the bats.
Sure, can you make a stealth check?
Yeah. I can. 13.
Okay.
What a low roll.
You keep an eye on the bats. And okay. Then next up it is Sybil's turn.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I have my turtle ring,
Yes.
and I know it helps me with spirity stuff. Are these like spirits as well?
You could try, you know that you speak spirit, but you haven't tried to figure out what that means yet.
That's true. So I think Sybil is she's gonna like Avatar style, like go blue in like the spiritual dimension, and then the creature itself goes purple, and she's like, "What are you?"
So that is actually not far off from what happens.
Nice.
You channel it, and it works off of Sybil's perception. So Sybil, you all do see Sybil has started to glow like faintly blue, and her eyes are shining this like bright blue color. But Sybil, you don't notice anything with the fish. You do see where those bats were. They are now glowing faintly purple.
Hello?
Hello? What are you?
I'm a half elf.
Half of an elf?
Yes. The other half is human.
Half. Huh?
Human.
You
Yes, hum.
are half of an elf?
Yes.
Then, if you are only half of a thing, how half human? What?
It's the idea is that I'm mixed race. I'm part elf and part human.
Part elf, part human, meaning half of an elf. Yes, I understand.
And what are you exactly?
I am a guardian.
Are you guarding this fish thing?
No, those things are predators. Try to eat things like me.
So we should definitely kill it.
I would be happy if you killed it. What Name?
Oh, I'm Sybil. What's your name?
Don't have name? Don't walk on two legs, so don't need a name.
I mean, you can still have a name if you want.
I've never met anything but a two legs that has names. Is your name half-elf?
No, my name is Sybil.
Oh. You all... This is happening in like a split second. Sybil. Sybil. Sybil.
It does roll off the tongue, doesn't it?
Name Sybil. Sybil. Strange name.
All right. I mean, you don't have a name. I don't know why you would be judging mine, but okay.
Does not sound like name of two legs I know.
What two legs do you know?
3?
His name is Three?
No. No, 3 two legs.
What are their names?
Ara. Hio. Esnala.
Ara, Heel, and Esna.
Hio.
Hio,
Esnala.
and Esnala. Okay.
What do in forest?
We came here.
Twists his head upside down. Like he's in the tree and he twists his head.
We're here to stop. We're here to stop somebody we know from reawakening an old god.
I do not know what this means. Does not sound like you are here to harm
No.
guardians of forest or harm the two legs.
No, we don't want to. We really just want to find the temple that's here.
Don't know what that means.
It's a giant building.
Don't know what that means.
I'll get back to you. I'm gonna take care of this thing, okay?
Oh, okay. And you come back out, and that was a split second. It will not be a split second if you try to talk to it again.
Okay. Do I still get my action, or was that my action?
That was a bonus action. You don't have a bonus action.
Gotcha. I think Sybil is just going to rush up next to Sebastian and try to stab her rapier at the fish person. It's not a fish person. They're bat people. This is just a fish deer thing. Thank you for the name. A 10 does not hit.
10. No, it glances off of these things. This thing scales and it goes. Is that your turn?
Okay, that's not fun. Yes.
Okay. It is this thing's turn. It is going to float up and it is going to try and bite you, Soren. That is a 12 for its bite.
Does not hit.
Okay. Then it is going to turn and try and ram you with its antler. Basically, it goes to bite you. It misses. It's like snaps like a barracuda, so it goes like,
Yeah.
and then it just goes and like sort of twists its head and then brings it up to try and sort of hit you. And that is a dirty 20 to hit.
That just hits, yeah.
Okay. And can you? You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. Can you make a strength saving throw to see if you stay on top of your bird? Yeah, you stay on top of your bird. Okay. That is its turn. Next up, it is Stevia's go.
All right. Kind of run up to it. I want to try to kind of jump on its back and wrestle it into a position where its belly is exposed for the rest of the team.
You could try to. So it is floating, so that is going to be a weird deal.
Oh, okay.
But it's just, I just mean that to say, like, you're not sure what that's going to look like in terms of wrestling. Like, it is treating the air as if the air is water.
Okay. So it'd be similar. Well, I don't know if it'd be similar for me, as if we were like wrestling in a pool or something. Oh yeah, I'm still gonna try it.
Yeah. As soon as you wrap your hands around it, you see it is kind of like wrestling in a pool. You have advantage because everything's super light.
All right. You want to strength or athletics?
That'll be athletics. Sorry.
28 critical.
28. Okay. You all watch as Stevia basically grabs this thing and just perfectly, like, underneath its fins, puts it in a full Nelson.
Yeah. I want to like. I'm trying to like use my body as a fulcrum to like snap its spine. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
That's my goal. I'm not saying I'm successful
Yeah,
at it. But
I don't
wanna
think
try
you
it.
do quite that. You don't do any damage, but it is restrained, and any attack made on it, like, will have advantage, but also will do bonus damage because it is so exposed because you're holding it exposed.
All right. Cool.
Okay. Hey, Sebastian, can you make a perception check?
I don't
With
like
disadvantage because you're
What if I
staring
don't?
at those bats. If you don't, then what I'm going to reveal doesn't happen.
that. Oh, thank God. 8.
Okay. All right. A surprise round happens as another barracuda fish is behind you in the forest, and it is going to bite at you. That is only an 11 to hit.
Does not hit.
Then it is going to, just like its brother, it's going to attack you, Soren's brother, with its antler. That is a 21 to hit.
That'll do it.
Okay. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'll take 4 of those.
Rams it in. You do take 4 of those. Okay, then we go back to the top of the order. That was a surprise round for this fish. Next up, it is Soren's go. Soren at 21.
Okay. Spiritual weapon is gonna hit the one in front of me.
Sure.
For that, again, non-lethally, just because, like, if we can, try to keep the stuff on the mountain alive.
Yeah. 12 damage. So you had advantage.
Oh, okay. Let me
But, I mean,
roll it again, just to see. Oh,
Yep.
okay.
non-lethally, you knock this thing out.
Just like, sword flips upside down, pommel first just slams straight into, like, the sternum, or the equivalent of a sternum on a fish.
Yeah, we'll call it the stern, but spelled like boat.
Little plates. So do I like fall to the ground?
You float gracefully,
Ground?
and then you are holding this massive fish, but it is dead, or it's unconscious.
Grappled on it.
Yeah,
As its air bladder deflates.
yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna turn, see the other one, and then just rush at it.
Sure. You make a rush for it, and you attack with that battle axe. 22 hits.
Okay.
So you do 6 points of damage to this bad boy. And it goes in response. And then once you do that, can you make a perception check?
Okay.
Okay, you look over, and it is only about the size of a tiger, but in the trees, sort of walking towards your group, you see this large cat-like creature, but its skin is sort of the top, like down its back, it has silver, kind of like a silverback gorilla, but then it has this sort of just regular, like, straight brown fur. But as it moves towards you, you see that it has what looks like plates of, like, stone armor built into its body. Its head goes up to, like, a point in that same stone that's almost like a horn. And it does have a horn on its nose, like a triceratops. Otherwise,
Okay.
it has a cat face. That's all. You just saw it, so it won't get a surprise attack, or surprise round or anything.
Can I shout out to Stevia? Like, hey, there's a rhino cat over there. Just so you
I'm on
know.
Gotcha.
Okay. And next up It is Sebastian's turn.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action disengage from this guy and move over here to the middle. And then I'm going to take a look at that tiger boy. And I will cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay. The tiger, not the
The
fish.
fishman. I don't know if the fish's intelligence is high enough. I mean,
No,
Tiger.
I was just asking. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to
yeah.
steer you one direction. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Yeah.
imply one was better than the other.
No, you made it sound like he was a good guy. Yeah, I'm doing what I said.
Okay.
What I said is what I'm doing.
Okay. He
Throwing
fails.
my tiny tarts in the air.
He fails. So what joke do you make to make him laugh?
I say, Hey, hey, buddy. Um, if we were in court, I'd hold you in contempt.
And then he falls over and laughs silently because I forgot that cat language is imperceptible to human ears. And you just see it kind of rolling on the ground, prone. Okay.
And that's
Is
my turn.
its tail like batting the floor?
Yes. And is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. After Sebastian, it is Sybil.
Sibyl's gonna. I think that's not all of her movement, but that's some movement. And she's again going to. Will it be if I tried to talk to this, commune with this now prone laughing cat? Could I?
You do the same thing, and you just notice that in the tree there's an entire flock of spirit bats that now seem willing to talk to you if you would like to.
Oh, I was trying to talk to the tiger.
Nope. Nothing
It
happens
can't
when you
speak.
try to point it at the tiger.
Is that tiger a guardian, or are you the only guardians here?
Hello? What
Oh,
are
yes,
you?
hello. I'm half elf, half human. My
I
name
do
is
not
Sybil.
know what that is. Your
I'm a
name's Sybil.
two-leg.
Two-leg. Ah, yes, two-leg.
My name's Sybil.
All right, you asked if that was a guardian. No, guardian look like us.
So the
We
only
guardians.
guardians here look like you.
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you.
That's it. That's your time is up.
Okay. I don't have any. I think I only have like 5 feet of remaining of movement. So I don't know what I shall do. I think is that still just a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, my stuff is like self-contained. Dang it! Why did I do this to myself? Put myself in a magical bind. I think Sybil is going to cast Cloud of Daggers on this bad boy, on this tiger man,
Okay.
non-lethally.
Okay.
Lethal cloud of knives.
They're stabbing with the handle.
Yes, they're all trying to like butt him.
So you cast it there, and it gets to try to break out. What's your DC, Brian?
No, it says you fill the air. You fill the air
No,
with.
I'm sorry. It takes 10 damage. I just need to know what Tasha's
Oh.
Hideous Laughter.
Minus 12.
Okay. It does not stop laughing as it is hit with all of these daggers.
It's kind of funny.
I mean, that's not what it sounds like, but you know what I mean. You know I'm doing that.
It's like that, but more hideous.
Yeah. And Sybil, was there anything else that you wanted to do?
Nope.
Okay.
Wait. She's. Don't go after the bat people. They're good. In common.
So they're like the size of a human. They aren't shaped like humans.
Okay.
They-
Don't go
if-
after the human-sized bat people or bats.
If you
Just don't go after them.
if you got closer, you would see that they look a little bit different from normal bats, but
Okay.
And that's your turn?
Mhm.
Okay. Then next up, it is this mossfish over here. And it is going to fly up and try and hit Soren. That is a 14 to hit with its bite.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. And then it is going to be an 18 to hit you with its horn, as it sort of snaps its teeth and then tries to just quickly, like, gut you.
Yeah, just misses.
Okay. And then it is going to float, swim around you to here, where it does not leave your complete range. Okay, that is its turn. Then Stevia, it's your go.
Okay. I want to kind of run up between Sybil and Soren here, and as I'm running up, I want to pull a length of rope from my backpack, and I want to try to loop the rope around this thing's antlers and kind of tie it down to one of these silverleaf tree branches, just trying to restrain it.
Okay. And you make a athletics check, please. Or no, survival. Sorry, survival is ropes.
Okay. It's not as good. 3.
3. Yeah, you do not succeed in even looping your rope over it. It just kind of bucks away. And is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my shield at least, though.
Okay. Hey, Soren. Not Soren, sorry. Sebastian.
That's me.
Could you please make a perception check?
Oh man, I'm great at these. 19.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm great at these.
You hear and manage to turn around, preventing a surprise attack by another one of the mossfish, as it has swum out of the trees on the other side. But we go back to the top of the order. Soren, it's your turn.
Right. Going to attack the one closer to me with the battle axe.
Okay. Battle axe attack, 25. Yeah, that hits. You do 5 damage to this mossfish.
Okay, and then spiritual weapon is, I think, actually right next to the one by Sebastian. So.
Okay.
Again.
12 does not hit that one.
Okay.
Okay, and is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. You are still fluttering away on top of your bird. Now it is this one's turn, and they are going to swim to here and are going to try to bite Sebastian and gore Sybil at the same time with that antler. So the bite on Sebastian is a 22.
Got it.
Okay. You take 8 points of piercing damage.
I'll take 4.
Okay. And Sybil, when he gores you, that is only an 8 to hit.
Does not hit.
Yeah.
Do.
You just are so engrossed with your conversations with the spirits that you kind of lean forward perfectly towards the bats and miss that little antler. Then...
I just want to quickly make sure. So, Cloud of Daggers is a concentration spell, but because you didn't hit me, I
yeah, no
maintain
worries.
concentration.
You do.
Cool.
Yeah. Then it is his turn to see if he can get out of Tasha's hideous laughter. He does.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to stand up. Cloud of Daggers won't have any more effect on him, I don't believe. Because he's already been affected. So then, with half movement, he is going to pad over here. How high up are you flying on your bird?
I'd say at least like 10, 15 feet.
Okay, then he can't quite get to you, so he's going to ignore that, and he's going to come here, and he is going to try and attack you, Stevia, from behind.
Okay.
It's cocked. So we've got a 23 or a 10, so I think the 23 will hit.
Okay.
23 does hit, right?
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. And you take 5 points of slashing damage. And can you please make a wisdom saving throw?
Not my strong suit.
Okay. You are afraid. Some type of toxin has seeped into your bloodstream, and your next turn, you will have disadvantage because you are afraid.
I don't like being afraid.
But you are. Then after the rock tie, it is Sebastian. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action disengage again, and I will run this way.
Sure.
And I will take shots at the tiger.
Okay.
Boom. 23.
Okay. 23 hits.
Does that get sneak attack?
Yes, it would. It is bloodied from the initial bolt piercing it, and then looks even worse after that.
The tiger?
The tiger, yeah.
He's already bloodied? Oh, wow. Okay. I used my bonus action already, so that is my turn.
Okay. Then after Sebastian, it is Sybil's turn.
Okay. Sybil is. I'm not sure what I want to do. I want to do a lot of stuff. Who's to say? Ugh. I kind of want to cast Shatter again. It's such a good spell. I guess I could cast it from right here. No.
If you did it
Here?
there, it would be 10
Where I'm
feet, 10
pop-
feet, and it wouldn't
this
even
here?
hit you.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Shatter from that point to hit both.
Sure.
I think
It's-
you called them by their name, but I don't know what they said.
I have a couple different names for them. Moss fish, floating
Okay.
fish, barracuda.
The actual save DC is 15.
Okay, neither of them succeed.
Great, they take 13 thunder damage.
Okay.
And then... Oh. Stevia, how do you look?
Oh, I'm fine, damage
Okay.
wise.
Never
But
mind.
I'm very shaken otherwise.
I don't have anything that can help you frightened. Dang it. I think Sybil's just gonna say, it'll be okay, Stevia. You're stronger than them. You know that. And end my turn.
Okay. Hey, Soren, where are you looking? Do you mind dinging where you're looking?
I'm looking kind of like at this fish in between,
This one?
like right here.
This
Yeah.
one? Okay, cool. That's happens to be his turn, and he is going to look back at you and make eye contact with one of its big, wet-looking fish eyes. And I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. I'm not very smart.
You are today.
Okay, you shake off whatever it was this fish was trying to do to you. And that is the fish's turn. Please stop barking. So next up, it is Stevia's go.
Okay, so I'm frightened. I'm gonna, since I'm frightened, I'm gonna instinctually pull batter from my side. And, yeah, I'm gonna aim for this fish in front of me, and I'm not thinking well enough to try to make it non-lethal, so I'm just gonna go full force. But I have disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage, correct.
15.
Okay, 15 does not hit.
Alright.
It glances off of those scales.
To make another save, or am I?
Nope.
Alright. Well, I'm done. Actually,
Um,
I'm gonna move away from this tiger as far as I can. That'll provoke attack of opportunity. But...
So you've made a attack with batter.
Mhm.
You gonna do anything else with your turn?
I'm not gonna attack this thing again. I am gonna run away. I might try to sneak an attack on this one though, as I run by.
Okay, so it's gonna take an attack of opportunity on you, and so is the tiger.
Okay.
The one that you moved out of the range of, sorry.
Yeah.
So with a bite, it gets a natural 20.
I'm going to turn towards the tiger, I think, because I see Stevia running away, and say, "Don't you dare go for her again," using cutting words
Okay.
to decrease its
So,
damage roll.
just to be clear on my end, it was the fish that just bit with the natural 20. Are you using cutting words on the tiger
Yeah,
so
I'll
that it
t-
hits
I'll-
attack?
No, I'll use it on the fish. I thought it was the tiger that was attacking, but that's fine.
Okay, so you say, "Don't you dare bite them again," so go ahead and roll your dice. Okay, so it becomes a 22.
Yes.
No. I meant on the damage roll. I can't do
Oh.
it on rolls that have already been, like...
Oh, okay. Then it is a natural 20, so I'll subtract 6. Okay, you take 9 points of piercing damage
Okay.
from its bite, and then the tiger is going to scratch at you with the same claw that it hit you before. That is a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. You take 6 points of slashing damage. And then you're
Okay.
going to attack this fish.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Still with disadvantage.
Yep. 16.
16 just hits.
Right. It's for
13 points.
13.
Okay, and this one is bloodied. And as your turn comes to an end, you are no longer frightened.
Alright.
Okay. Then that is the end of the order. So, hey, Soren, would you mind, just if you don't mind, perchance, making another perception check? Not Soren,
Yeah.
sorry, Sebastian.
Oh, okay.
You all having the same letters' names is finally catching up to me.
Okay. 12.
12. Okay. Something comes up behind you and slashes you as you turn in pain. Well, if it hits. As you turn in pain, you see that it's another one of these rock tiger things.
He's so much
And
bigger.
it is bigger. Looks like it might be a parent of the little one.
Damn it. That's what I get for killing
yeah,
sons of people.
22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You take 7 points of slashing damage. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
16.
Okay, you feel like you have just managed to shrug off something. And there we go. Now we go back to the top of the order. Hey, Soren, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move here
Okay.
and use my lightning breath.
Okay. On both of the fish.
So on both of the fish, just so Sybil's out of range. I think I put it in correctly. So yeah, I forgot it's not a roll. It's they have to beat dexterity saving throw.
Yep. Both of them have failed.
Okay. So yeah, that is 1d6 plus 5.
Nice.
So that's 7 for both of them.
Okay. I believe that now both of them are bloodied.
Okay. Spiritual weapon is going to ram into this fish.
Sure. And both of them, when you hit them with the lightning, they both went.
Non-lethally.
Hits.
Just once again trying to uppercut the fish.
Yeah, it's still standing.
Okay.
Like, it's still up. But you hit it non-lethally, and it the fish appreciates it. And is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. Then next up, it is going to be this fish's turn. This fish is going to try and bite Sybil. That is a 12 to hit. And then
That
it
does
is
not
going
hit.
to turn and try and ram Stevia. That is only 17 to hit. I don't believe that hits.
Nope.
Okay. Then next up, after that one, it is both of the rock ties' turn. They both got a 17. This one's going to come over here and attack you, Sybil.
Mhm.
That is a 25 to hit.
Oh, that's super hits. What the heck? Why did you think that wouldn't hit?
I figured that it would. You take 11 points of slashing damage.
Fun,
It's just fun to
fun.
ask.
And can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay, you feel like you have just shrugged something off. The ring on your hand is starting to vibrate.
Okay.
Okay. Then let's see, that was 2 17s. Sebastian. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot the other rock tie's turn, because it is also a 17. It's going to attack you. It's going to try to slash at you. It's only a 12 to hit.
That does not hit me.
Okay, then it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to sluggishly take my crossbow and shoot the little tiger.
Okay. Roll with
13.
advantage because
Okay.
it's engaged with Stevia.
13.
13 does not hit.
Bonus action, I'll use the other crossbow. And 21, I'll roll to see if it's natural 20. It's not.
21 does hit.
9 plus 9, 18 damage.
Okay, you have killed the little rock tie as your
And
bolt pierces it through the side.
Damn, we killed it, dude.
then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to look at this big one and I'm going to say, listen. Oh, God. And that's it.
Okay, Sybil, it is your turn.
Is my ring still vibrating?
It is.
I'm gonna look at it and say, "What do you want?"
It's vibrating.
I'm gonna try to.
on your finger.
It is. What are you talking about?
Oh, I nailed it.
Do you
I'm
want to know what the ring is calling for?
Yes. What roll would I have to make?
Not a roll. Just touch the ring with your other finger.
Okay, I touched the ring with my other finger.
Okay. 2 images flash in your mind: leathery wings or a reptilian shell.
I choose one.
Yeah, which one? Which one does your heart desire?
Leathery wings.
Okay. You all watch as Sybil starts to glow that faint blue, and on her forehead a eye opens sideways, like the eyelids go from each side. And then in that same blue, you see leathery bat wings seem to grow out of her shoulder blades, just as sort of light around her.
Huh.
You have a flying speed of 15, and it is added to your walking speed. You also have sonar, but that doesn't really factor in right now.
No. Is that a bonus action or an action?
That was an action.
Okay. I think Sebastian, you aren't looking too hot, right?
I'm actually pretty good. Everything's
Is it-
been half for me.
Oh, is everyone good?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Okay. I think then Sybil's going to move slightly without knowing what her own body is doing. It's just going to sort of happen. So could I, with this new flying speed, move over the 2
You could.
moss fish to here?
Yeah,
Okay.
you could.
Sybil is going to do so, and when she... And they're floating, right?
Yeah. And by the way, when you fly, it feels completely natural. Like
Okay.
you've always been able to do this since you could walk.
And I think when she comes down... hold on. Let me check something. I don't think... Okay, you're still... Ah, dang it. The 15-foot cube. That's so big.
Yeah.
However, I think I could just do one more space like that,
Yep.
and then my group will be safe. Okay, she's gonna come down. Her
Okay.
hands slam onto the ground, and she casts Thunder Wave on both these mossfish.
Both of them take attacks.
They have to make.
Sorry,
Okay.
only one of them gets an attack of opportunity, and he rolled a natural 1, so they both fail. Sorry, I cut you off.
She's gonna slam down onto the ground and cast Thunder Wave as she does it. So they have to make Constitution saving throws, and I'm casting it at a 3rd level.
Sure.
And so the DC is 15 again.
Okay.
Do not know why.
This one succeeds. This one fails.
Okay, and on is successful. The one that didn't succeed is pushed back 10 feet.
Okay. So basically, as this fish is starting to, it like is pushed into you, Stevia, but as it is, the thunder that just shook all of its side splits it into 2, and both sides sort of drift around you and then fall to the ground behind you.
Alright.
Sybil, is that your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Then, after Sybil, it is this moss fish, and it's going to do the old reliable and just do both attacks on Soren. So it reaches out and tries to snap you up in its jaw, and then it is going to try to gore you. Gore you. 23 to bite you.
Okay, that hits.
And it
You mean
says,
Joe? It's Joe Biden.
it says, I invented the internet. And then a 17 to hit with its antler.
That one doesn't.
Okay. You take 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Or piercing
I
damage.
would like to also use my Wrath of the Storm. So whenever it hits me, I use my reaction to cause it to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. It rolled a big ol' 7.
Okay, that is a failure. So I roll 2d8 thunder damage.
Okay. And is this like light or sound that
Lightning, actually.
this lightning arcs out
Lightning
of your
damage.
body? Yeah, and it seems unhappy with that with that arrangement. Okay, that was that mossfish's turn. Next up, Stevia. It's your go.
Alright, so I'm pretty mad that I was made to feel frightened. I'm not about that at all. So I'm gonna come up to this rock tiger guy. As I do, I am saying to Batter, like, hey man, we gotta hold back on this. I don't want to kill this thing, but we gotta at least like knock it out for a while, okay?
Indeed.
All right. So I'm gonna attack with Batter once
27 hits.
for 12,
Sure.
and twice.
Second one misses.
Okay. Alright, then we use my second wind. So roll d10. One plus 5, that's 14. Okay. And then we use my action surge and hit it another 2 times.
I don't think you can use both.
No?
I believe they're both bonus actions.
Yeah, you might be right. You can take one additional action on top of your regular action, and a possible bonus action.
Yeah, but I guess we can say for purposes you use the second wind after the action surge action.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and
True.
we'll say action surge happens now, and then you get that 9 plus
Okay.
you get that 14 back at the end.
All right.
That's a really good second wind.
Yeah,
22
good
hits.
Okay. For 11.
Okay. It is bloodied, by the way.
Okay. And yeah, I have like slammed, and this last one I'm just like bringing down with 2 hands. I'm kind of, I guess, probably don't have time to put away my shield during it, but I'm losing the advantage of having a
Yeah,
shield.
it sort of
Right.
hangs limply from your forearm.
Yeah. 22
22 hits.
for 19.
Okay, you slam into it, and the necrotic damage is just enough to put this rock tie to sleep.
All right.
Okay, and that is your
Okay.
turn.
Kind of panting, like I'm still pretty irritated, but yeah, that's my turn.
And that's when you get the second wind.
Yeah.
Hey, Sebastian.
Yeah.
Guess what time it is?
Time for a perception
It's
check.
time for a perception check.
Why am I the one?
You just keep positioning yourself closest to stuff as this thing comes out and gets a surprise round on you.
Yep, it sure does.
I mean, I didn't assume it was going to be you. I thought it was
It's
going to
so
be
much bigger. They keep getting
Stevia.
bigger.
I promise it's been this size since I put it on the map and changed its size. With its
It
bite,
changes size.
it is a dirty 20.
Okay,
I
that
mean,
hits me.
Everything comes onto the map with the same size.
Not your ego, Ben.
Oh, wow.
I'm just kidding.
All right, Sebastian, make a death saving throw.
No, that checks out.
You take 9 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
and then it's going to try to gore you with that tusk. With that antler. Sorry. That time, only a 13 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Then, next up, we go back to the top of the order. Soren, it's your turn.
Okay. I think spiritual weapon is just going to ram into the back of the one in front of me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it flings itself over.
Non-lethally.
Non-lethally, just rams into it. It is not looking good for this moss fish.
Then I'm going to smack it. Just hit it with my axe non-lethally.
Okay. You.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, 11 doesn't quite cut the mustard. And it is, it's still floating around. It's still swimming in the air.
All right.
And is that your turn?
I'm actually going to go over to the bigger one. I'm going to let it take an attack of opportunity. How much movement do I have on top of the soul bond?
Your bird has 60 feet of flying movement.
Okay. I'm going to try and get around to the back of that one.
Sure. You 24 hit on a spike?
Yeah, that hits. That absolutely hits. I'm also going to use another one of my Wrath of the Storms.
Okay. You take 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Almost bloodied.
And
So-
2d... Oh, I'm sorry. I need to roll.
Dex save.
Yeah. It's 17.
Okay, it makes it. So
It lets go of you before the lightning can arch out from around you.
4 points then.
Okay, last legs for our boy here. And you fly over there. And is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, it is going to be Sebastian's turn.
All right. Stevia,
Yeah.
what? I know you guys are trying to keep these things alive. What? I don't know how to do that.
Looks like aiming for the belly knocked one out. Maybe just kind of knocked the wind out of it. You want me to try to wrestle it again?
No, okay. I'm gonna bonus action disengage and come here. I'm gonna put my back against this tree so nothing comes up behind me, and then
Except the bats. They're like,
And then-
hello.
oh god, there's bats right there. You're right. And then I'm going to aim at this big one in a place that seems like it wouldn't kill it. I don't know.
Yeah, like the tail.
It's taking an arrow through its knee.
Just put a boxing glove on the tip of the bullet.
Okay, yeah. 22, indeed, it hits.
Okay. And then I will also deal a bunch of not killing sneak attack damage.
Of course.
So 18 damage total.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem happy about that.
Oh, it's alive.
It is alive. And as you put your back against the tree and take that shot, you kind of like take a second to breathe, and you hear something like rustle to your side. And because you're
Jesus
so
Christ.
ready for it to be a sneak attack, you turn, and it is just a human-sized bat face with a third eye on its forehead.
Oh.
And its fur is sort of speckled with like these purple spots.
That's my turn.
Okay. And it just sort of looks at you for a second, and then curls itself back up into the tree.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Next up, Sybil, it's your turn. So how you feel with your movement is you know that if you are no more than like 5 or 10 feet up, you can combine your running speed and flying speed. So you can run a little bit and then fly, and you'll be all good.
I think she is going to fly up a little bit and then taking her rapier, try to come down and stab into the moss fish
Sure.
to finish it off. Ooh.
17
17
hits.
9 piercing.
Yep. You have killed this moss fish.
And then she's going to turn to her party and say, "How are you guys looking?" And I cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay.
So that is 7 healing for everyone.
Everybody gets 7 hit points back.
I'll
Yeah.
take 3.
And then, okay, so I think I'll use like 10 feet of my movement. How much do I have left then?
You would have 5 feet of movement flying,
Okay.
and then you could land and take 30.
All right. I think so I could take 35
Basically.
about.
If you want to not talk about it in terms of your cool bat wings.
I think I'm going to try to like get here.
Okay.
Like I fly a little bit, and then before I hit the trees, I like rush into them.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Okay, cool. Next up, it's the big ol' fish. It's going to try and bite you, Soren.
Okay.
That is a 18 to hit.
That just misses.
Okay. And then it is going to turn, get right here, try and bite Sebastian.
Oh, what a world.
25 to hit.
That'll do it.
Okay. You take 6 points of piercing damage. Oh, wait, no, sorry. This is with its antler. I'm sorry. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And
I'll take 3.
And that is the mossfish's turn. Next up, it is... Oh, Soren, you got an attack of opportunity if you chose to use it.
Oh, I'm absolutely going to use it.
Is it more moose antler or deer antler?
It's more of a moose antler.
Okay.
That's why it's more of a bang.
Gotcha.
An 11 does not hit.
Okay.
And there we go. Next up, Stevia.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get my grip back on my shield. I'm gonna put sling batter across my back again. I'm gonna try to tie it down again, but this time I'm gonna try to wrestle it to the ground by grabbing its antlers and then try to tie it, restrain it that way before restraining it first.
You try and get into like a locked moose antlers push. You look like Steve from Big Top Burger. And you're going to try to throw this thing to the ground and tie it up.
Yeah.
That's for that's for Logan and Emmy. That's what that is.
Everyone should watch Big Top
Everyone
Burger.
watch Big Top Burger.
You have-
Season 1 just finished.
You have
It's so good.
pinned this fish to the ground. Make a survival check with advantage. 17. You managed to tie this thing, its tail to its antlers, so it's just flopping like a real fish out of water.
That's more
Not
mean.
even
I think that's
any
more
of these
mean than
words.
what I wanted to do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, what did you want to do?
Oh, I just wanted to tie its head to the ground. I guess they're equally mean.
I mean, I don't know. Do you tie it to like a tree?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just kind of pinning
Okay.
it down and then tying it down to like the tree root
Okay.
or
Yeah, you
base
can
of
tie
the
it
tree,
to a
maybe.
root. I forgot about roots because I was just thinking you want to tie it to the ground. There's a lot of ground. Hard to get a rope around there, but yeah, you tie it to a rope. Tie it to a root. Hey, Soren, can you make a perception check? Just kidding.
Right.
Just kidding. Everything's
Okay.
fine. You all feel like, oh, combat's over. I mean, unless you want to knock this fish out. It's just kind of flopping against a root.
Yeah, I'm going to knock this fish out.
Okay. You automatically hit it. You all can knock it out pretty quick.
Yeah, I'll untie it because then it'll wake up and be fine, I guess.
Okay, yeah. You all note that if you continue down the path that you were on in about an hour, it looks like there is more rock instead of tree that's poking up past the tree line.
Steve, not Steve. Why did I do wish, Stevie, that was really cool.
Yeah, well, thanks. I was just trying to kill these things. They have a place in nature.
I was about to say, I wish I had given you bardic inspiration that one time, but I didn't. I've completely forgot. I think I might have used my bonus action on that turn. Who's to say?
Well, that one felt really bad, so I don't know if that would have helped anyway, but I appreciate it. But we should get out of here pretty quick because I really want to cut some meat from these things. So
yeah. One moment. Sybil's gonna turn to the closest bats. Actually, I think she's gonna walk forward and go to the other bats she's talked to more.
Okay.
Hey, where are the other two legs?
They are in cave.
Do you know where it is?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Forward.
Could you show us?
Make a persuasion check.
Pretty please.
Okay, two-leg. You are
Thank
half
you.
elf. What
Yes.
are friends? Sybil friend's
well-
name.
My two brothers, they're also like me, so they're half elves.
Half of elf. You all see there's just a bat, like, clumsily walking with, like... You notice that his legs are more like rabbit legs once he's landed. So it's odd that he can cling as well as he can. And so he is sort of walking with, like, his wing hand things as, like, four legs.
And then the tall one, that's Stevia. She's a Goliath.
Stevie.
She's very sweet.
You see this bat thing is just right in front of you, Stevia, and he, like, twists his head like a dog to look at you.
yeah, I'll mimic that action. Kind of twist one.
Like this one. Big.
Yeah, she's good.
Big.
Out of the spiritual language. So he's going to show us the way to where more humans are. Because I think they might be able to help us.
What does it sound like to us?
To you all, Sybil was just, like, standing with her arms at, like... You know the Galaxy Brain meme? She was holding with her hands in, like, that pose. Where they were just, like, down, like, bent elbow, sort of out to the side. Like, she's
almost T-posing.
kind of, but, like, much more relaxed. Like, her arms are straight down, but then, like, they curve at the elbow so that it's, like, she's T-posing. And then, like, her eyes and mouth were just, like, hanging open but glowing blue. And the bat was just going...
Huh.
And then it barks like
Bunch of rowdy dogs who don't respect a stream. That's what it barks like. What's a stream? We think it's a little river. Anyway, Sybil sort of looks
Wait,
back at everyone.
Did we kill
who's
one of these
probably
things? Is one of these
confused.
things dead?
No, we attacked a stone tiger thing and then the giant moss fish.
yeah, the
Yeah,
bat.
Yeah,
did any of them...
One of the
Are any of-
monsters is dead, and one of the baby rock tiger is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I gotta get meat from both those real quick.
Stevia, really?
This is endangered meat. There's no one on the planet that's probably... Oh, sorry. This is endangered meat. Probably no one on the planet has had this. Ever.
You gotta use the whole buffalo.
We killed it. We gotta do something with it, you know? It's better than just letting it rot.
Spirit
I'm gonna
guardian.
help her out again.
Your spirit guardian friend tugs on your shirt, like sleeves, Sybil.
Yes.
Safe to eat? Rock tie
I
and float fish?
I have no idea.
Nothing in
let's
forest eat them. Except for two-leg.
I mean, she's a two-leg as well. Do you see her walking on her two legs?
Different
if it was
kind
safe,
two-leg.
yes, much taller two-leg.
Different kind
if it-
from two-leg live here.
Yeah, I want to meet those two legs. After she's done, do you mind showing us?
Show. And he turns
you.
and starts walking down that way, so you don't have much time to get this meat.
I'll catch
Sybil.
up.
Yeah.
Okay. You remain in the forest filled with apex predators from the past.
Hey, Soren,
Yeah.
did Sybil get poisoned?
I don't know. What's she doing with her arms?
I really don't understand.
What's the deal with that?
It's super weird. She's all akimbo.
She had bat wings too.
I know.
Like
You
actual
saw that,
bat-
right?
Yeah.
Did we get poisoned?
I mean, I only got hit a few times, but like, I don't feel poisoned.
Did y'all eat that that crab meat last night? Not crab meat. That bug meat last night?
No.
I went with the snake. It was pretty good.
No. Yeah.
Okay, and you all continue down the forest path. Stevia, make a survival check to see how much meat you can get.
12.
You get like a good steak, a tiger, and then a few servings of the moss barracuda.
All right, whole steak.
And
Masakuda.
Masakuda. And before long, the dirt and like the earth beneath your feet sort of gives way and becomes tigers. Sorry, not tigers, flowers.
way,
Soaring
way
tigers.
different.
This conception.
We hear a rumbling underneath us.
Tigers.
Tigers are coming out of the earth.
I would venture to say that tiger is the opposite of flower.
You see a mass of flowers. And
Tiger flowers.
tiger
They have the
flowers.
face of a tiger.
Tiger lilies.
Tiger lilies, yeah.
They are some tiger lilies. That's why I made the mistake, not because of any other
We're
reasons.
walking on tigers. Whoa.
And we're
That
gonna
would
get
feel good.
sued.
Woo.
And
Right
they're
now.
basically a bunch of different types of flowers, and you start to notice that some of them are definitely not flowers you have ever seen before. And they all have petals that are the same color as those leaves. Silver.
I would like to pick some flowers if I can.
Okay.
Specifically ones that I've not seen before.
Okay. Yeah. Make a nature check.
14.
You get, let's say, 5 extinct silver flowers. You manage to clip them up safely.
Thank you.
And, okay, your bat friend brings you here, and then he turns and tugs on your shirt, Sybil.
Oh, what is it?
No approach for me. Bring here. That all do. And then he gets up and just flies his wings and flutters away.
Is it just straightforward then? Come on, you can't just leave us hanging.
You do see a cave. He mentioned a cave.
Oh, okay, so that is a cave up here?
That's a cave.
It's
Hanging's
just...
all he knows, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Come on, I'll show you the way. He told me that it's just sort of straight ahead.
Dum.
You hungry, Stevia?
Did you guys hear Rammstein?
What is that?
I don't know.
From between trees, the tallest trees that you have seen, steps what looks very much like what you imagine a giant.
It's not that picture.
Is he wearing a diaper?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, I'm going to tell you that he is actually naked.
Oh, okay. That's better.
He lumbers through naked, dragging something behind him. You see that it is what looks like a rabbit, but with front paws more like a dog. But it is the size of like a rhino. And he is dragging it by the ears, and he sees you, and his mouth just hangs open, and he goes, and he starts to back up.
I can speak giant.
He is not speaking giant.
Oh.
Is he
He said
speaking
he
work?
wanted enchiladas.
No, he said Ensala.
And so,
Is it
okay.
like a discernible language?
Make a intelligence check.
I would also like to make an intelligence check to see if I can.
The two of you can. Nobody else can. Okay, both of you note that he is trying to speak, but he cannot form words, except for the occasional thing. So he says, like, Insala.
Sybil's gonna run after him and yell, "Wait!"
And so to describe
I'm
him
saying
in full,
hello.
he has, like, graying black hair that hangs down past his, like, shoulder blades.
Is he thick?
Huh?
Is he thick?
He's very thick, very muscular. Both
Already
ways.
moved on.
He has this sort of familiar orangish gold skin. His beard is the same gray, and it hangs down past his chest. His eyes are silver irises in this, like, ivory white mass. But he is going back. He is backing up towards the mouth of the cave.
Hio. Hio's your name, right?
The cave just moved.
When you
Just
say
wait.
Hio, his eyes go wide and he seems frightened and confused.
Sybil stops running.
Hio.
Is that you?
You hear more thundering footsteps from within the cave. He
Please,
he kind of like nods when you say, "Is that you?"
Please, we're just trying to.
A naked giant woman, the same size, slightly darker orangish gold skin, walks out. Her hair is graying black as well. And she steps out and sees you all and is similarly afraid, but comes and stands like right behind the large man.
Esnala, I assume?
And Sala? Both of them say that, like, at different times, questioning. Sebastian, what were you gonna say?
Can I kind of like back into some trees, Homer Simpson style, and go into a sneak?
Yes. Make a stealth check.
16.
Yeah, you feel like you're pretty safe. I think most of your companions don't know where you are, and then you see the male big man basically just point at where Sebastian is.
Fuck.
They are looking at you confused, and then both of them just start to shout, Ainsala! Ainsala! Ainsala!
That's probably my brother. He probably tried to abandon us again, but please, it's...
You all watch as about 2 feet taller than Stevia, a girl who looks like she's about 14 walks out of the cave. She is
take her ass.
clothed, but she has the same... she has sort of the in-between of the orangish gold skin of her parents, and she has jet black hair, and she walks out and sees you all.
Esnala, I presume?
Yes, that's my name. How did you know? And she, like, grabs both of them, and you see them both immediately seem comforted. Yes, that's... How did you know my name? How did you come to be here? It's okay. It's all right. She says that up to the two of them.
So we came here because we're very knowledgeable about the world and forests around the world, and we're trying to stop something terrible from happening, old gods appearing and stuff like that, and we think there's a temple here, and I learned about... Sybil takes a small step forward, and I was talking to one of the guardians of this place, the bat. He doesn't have a name, but I assume it was a he. And he mentioned he knows two legs like me. Well, that's what he called me, and he said he knows some, and they were your names.
Yes, yes, we know the Guardians. They keep the forest safe, keep parts of it hidden. There is no temple here.
I completely forgot what we were actually trying to do here, so I have just been saying try to find a temple, because that's...
Yeah. You all are trying to basically beat Estefar and the organization he's been working with, and Naya to what you believed would be a source of the old god's power because of how weird this area is. And she looks down at you as she gets closer and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, this is probably uncomfortable." And you just watch as he shrinks down to this average height of a 14-year-old girl.
How did you do that?
Oh, it's just one of the things that I can do.
I was actually a little more comfortable before, but that's okay.
There is no temple here. Whatever it is that you're trying to prevent, I hope that you can prevent it, but please don't tell anyone about my parents.
Oh, of course not. We weren't even thinking about hurting them. I thought you were maybe humans or like high elves or some kind. Something fey that existed in this world, though, in this material plane.
The large man walks forward. And what is your holy symbol, Soren? Like, is it on your...
It's on my shield.
It's on your shield. He reaches out and touches it. And he looks down at Esnala, and he says, "Pel or? Pel or?" And he points up at the sky. And she shakes her head and says, "Not anymore, Papa."
Can I look at him and say, "Lotus," and point at it?
Lo.
Lotus.
He seems to have trouble forming the second syllable. And he sort of walks back away.
Maybe you know about it. It has something to do with an old god. I thought there might be a temple here.
There is no temple here. The old god... I don't know anything about that.
Okay, Sybil goes on to a long spiel to explain how somebody who had sort of taught her everything she knows is now working for Naya.
When you
An
say
old god of
Naya,
revenge.
when you say Naya, both of these large people like cover their heads and like squat down and just go, "No, no, oh."
Yeah, I agree with their reaction. So we're trying to stop him and his crew. They're coming with her. We think to hear.
It's all right. It's all right, Mama. It's okay. And she comforts her mother and then goes over and does the same to her father.
Sybil quickly glances at Soren behind her and then looks to Esnala and says, "Do they like music, perhaps? Does that calm them?"
They like it when I sing. They might like music.
My brother and I, we could play some music, and you could sing to it. That might help.
Oh, okay.
Soren, are you up for it?
And he pulls out his lyre.
Nice. And Sybil pulls out her flute and begins playing a very soft, calming melody.
She sings in a beautiful soprano voice that I think you can tell I am incapable of producing.
You should try though, right?
Get into that falsetto.
Yeah. That's a tenor. It's a tenor at best.
Should I roll a performance check?
Yes, with advantage.
Nice.
From Soren. 28. Alright, yeah, you play a beautiful song, and they both come and, just boom! He just sits down, and she comes over and sits down, with pretty much the same sound.
Esnala, do you know any languages that your parents don't know?
They know every language, just like
Oh, fun.
I do.
I was only asking so if we could talk without upsetting them.
No, they know what everything means. They just, speech was taken from them, partially.
Who?
The person you have mentioned.
They beat us here?
No, a very long time ago. Before I was born.
Hmm.
They could speak a bit more when I was young, but for the last 100 years or so, they've been much like this.
Well, that must be hard for you. Do you have anybody to talk to?
I speak with the guardians, the spirits. That's how they know our names.
Any of them cool?
A couple of them, they don't have names, so I couldn't point them out to you, but... I've thought about giving them names, but they don't seem to like the idea. They don't need them, they say.
That's fair.
I'm sorry, Papa? She looks up at him. Could you go ahead and cook? And he nods, but then he looks at the lyre and the flute, and then he takes his rabbit and he drags it into the cave.
I'll offer up some. Hey, I got some stuff to add to the pot if you want. Does he want it?
I don't think so. He likes to cook his way. There, and she
Fair
puts
enough.
her hand on her mom's knee. They're still very intelligent. They
Sure.
still see a lot. It's just they can't really speak it.
I can't wait to try his food. Do you think you'd let me watch him?
I don't think so. I'm sorry. I would prefer you not go into our home.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
You want to... I guess... If it's alright, she is free?
Yes. We want to stop her and whatever she's gonna do to the world. And maybe if it comes to it, and I assume it will, and we kill her, perhaps it'll grant your parents speech back. I don't know exactly what she did to them though.
They aided the mortals in her imprisonment. And as she was locked away, she cursed them. And she was the last of their kind that still had worship. So she was a lot more powerful than anybody gave her credit for.
Has she ever seen this? I'm gonna hold up better.
When you hold that up, the mother comes over, and you see for the first time, other than the music, you see one of these large people smile. Like she grins. And reaches out for it.
I'll let her take it if she wants to.
Yeah, I mean, you, like, can put it in her palm.
Okay.
And she picks it up and puts her hands around it. And she just grins and sort of swings it like she's swinging a tiny little sword. My mother helped make that.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Her and my father, they guided, the son of a friend of theirs.
Batter, is that true?
You don't hear batter. Batter is not in your hand.
Okay.
The giant woman does like extend it back to you after a few seconds. A little bit sad to give it up, but
Yeah, I'll take it back. I'm kind of like a little extra protective of it. Not spitefully so, but you know.
yeah. And do you ask batter again?
Yeah.
Yes. Ara was a friend in the old days.
That's good. Now, do you think she know anything about you that you don't know?
I'm sure she would. She oversaw my creation at the hands of the smith.
Can your mother tell us anything else about this hammer?
Nothing that I don't already know.
Oh, well, good.
It was made by the son of a friend. That I know. He
And
made
it
it,
was,
and then he faded away.
so was it his soul that was bound to it?
I don't think so. No, I think it has a soul of its own. The people like my mom and my dad, we work like gods that you all probably like. This lotus. She points at you, Soren. But we do some stuff that they can't. He like shrugs.
Making souls is part of it? You just
Well, sure.
whip up a soul to put into
And
a weapon?
she smiles and says, "How do you all think you got here?"
Wait, what?
You saying y'all made us?
Well, not you specifically, but my
But
parents
our-
and their
Progenitors?
my parents and their allies when the world started. They made people.
Your parents helped create the world?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought that you knew that when you came.
How old are they? How old are you?
Well, they're. I don't know how much of time has happened, so I don't know. And she kind of thinks. I'm 1,261 years old.
Jesus.
And your parents, were they here when this world came into being, or at least when life came into being?
Yeah. Like they had lived before this time.
Well, we have reason to suspect that your parents are under threat right now, so we might want to take some steps to maybe lock this place down, get things
I
secure.
Nobody worships me, so I can't really protect them from Naya.
But we could maybe.
Is there any great source of power in this forest?
There's one.
Well,
She might be going for it.
I guess that's true. Maybe we could hide. I might have enough power if the Guardians help to hide for a little bit if we get rid of that. I'm sure that she knows it's here because that's why my parents came here.
what is it exactly?
It's the heart of someone like my parents. It's the heart of the first of the new gods that fell in the war. So not quite like my parents, but
Sybil turns back to Stevia because she remembers Stevia telling the group something about Naya's partner.
Stevia struggles to remember.
Naya's partner was one of the old gods.
Okay.
So, I think it's safe to assume that anything old world will be under threat.
It's not a lot of the new gods died. A lot more old gods slipped away. So my parents, when they started to, when I was, when my mom was carrying me, they came here because they could feel it.
Would you be considered a new god?
I don't know what I am. I've never really thought about that. I don't have any worshippers, so I'm kind of just me.
Well, that's pretty admirable. What do you stand for? What do you?
Well, I think, and she walks over to this dead tree, and she touches it, and it changes into a living tree. Almost like it's going back in time.
Oh wow.
And she says, I think I'm the goddess of rebirth.
Well, as someone who's had to redefine myself several times in my life, I think I can appreciate that. And if you're looking for worshippers, you may have found one.
Really?
You may have found two.
Okay. Let me see if I can. And she like swipes both of her hands up, and all four of you, including Soren, float about 10 feet up in the air.
I don't like that.
Please put me down. Please put me
Yeah,
down.
sorry. And she puts you all down, and she says,
I,
"Sorry,
I like it quite a bit.
I've
I
never.
you do that
don't like
before?
heights that much. I'm so
No.
sorry.
My parents can do that, but I couldn't do that.
Maybe you just needed worshippers?
Oh.
They would give you power?
Do you all need? I know that some of the people who follow new gods, like, they have rules for them. Do you guys want me to come up with rules, or, I mean, if you guys just say like, hey, as Nala, thanks every few nights, that would probably be enough for me. I don't need a lot. I've never had any followers, so I'm glad to have any.
Cool. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm a little freaked out by that.
Is your mom a god?
Yeah, and you
Why
look
she's
over,
why is she so close to me?
squatting. Oh, she wanted to touch batter. She wanted to hold it in her hand.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Her name's Nala.
Era.
Oh, sorry.
A-R-R-A.
Yeah, I mean, I think that sounds pretty good to me. I mean, your mom made my hammer, who I'm very much bonded with, so this feels like a pretty natural thing here. I mean, I've heard of clerics and paladins communicating with their gods, but I've never heard of them doing it so directly as this. It feels kind of.
Yeah.
And out of character, this means the next time I level up, I'm going to multi-class into either cleric or paladin.
Oh, that's really fun because I'm gonna multi-class into take one level of life cleric.
Yeah.
The
Or
healing booth.
warlock. I don't know if it would be a fey. I don't know how you want to classify it, Ben. We'll figure that out.
She like does like a no worries hand motion, like curls both of her hands in front of herself, and then like shoots them out to her side and says, whatever you guys want. I've never had any worship. Oh, is this what this feels like? I guess I can see why not having this anymore would be really upsetting.
Hey, hey, Batter. How do you feel about fighting for Ara here?
It would be an honor. That is what my creator would have wanted.
It would.
All right.
Phoebe, it would kind of
you have a champion. We
I didn't. When I woke up, I knew I was gonna have to wash all of my clothes. I didn't think that I was gonna have this. Oh gosh! And she reaches out towards her mom, and you just see like a pop, and then all of a sudden, her mom is wearing like the same, like, plain cloth dress as Nala is. I've never been able to get enough fabric, and now I can make them clothes.
I mean, if that's super cool. If I worship you, does that mean I can make cloth?
I
can
don't
make
think
new outfits?
I don't think that's how it works. I think it's probably gonna be close to how your, and she points at Soren, how his stuff is. So I'm really happy to have you all as new followers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Would you all be willing to take the heart?
Yeah, I'll do whatever you need us to do.
I think to move it, one of you is gonna have to eat it.
Oh, really?
Yes, Sybil just completely looks at Stevia.
Yeah.
I back up.
I'm like jumping. I'm like hand in the air, like, oh, 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 pick me, pick me, pick me. I'll eat it. I'll eat it. I'll eat it.
Okay.
What will that do?
I don't know what it'll do to you. I can try to, no matter which of you it is, I'll try to extend my new abilities. And she smiles and like twirls her fingers. I'll try and use them to keep you safe. I promise.
Thank you. And-
He's a western. He was a western god west of here. I think you all call it the Republic of Seldimus. It's where he. It wasn't that when he was alive, but that's what I think you call it now.
Do you know what domain he was? What did he rule over?
He was brothers. His brother was War. Oh yeah, he was Love.
Huh. Does that ring any bells for me? Or
Make a history check.
could I do religion or history?
For,
Oh, they're both the same, so I'll do history.
well, for what I'm going to tell you, it would be.
Okay.
It could only be history. The
Got
only piece of knowledge that Soren would likely have is history.
Got it.
It could only be.
Yeah!
The Republic of Seldimus is what the Hallandor Empire was before it was an empire.
Okay. Do I know any of the deities in Hallandor?
You know that
Can I piece this together, like...
you know that the modern gods that they have are extremely new on a relative scale. Like, only a few hundred years has this particular pantheon been the way that it is. So, for what she's talking about, considering she doesn't know about the name change, likely this guy is a really old god. As a new god. A really old new god. I could take you to him.
Yes, let's
Do you know
that.
which of you is gonna take it?
I think it's gonna be Stevia.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
it's
eat
definitely
it.
going to be Stevia.
She's the most willing. She has the magic hammer.
I already have a bib on.
And she also follows you, and I think it's now sort of Stevia and my mission to help you, and that means helping your parents.
Oh, thank you. And she walks over and says, Mama, these people are gonna keep us safe. Okay? And her mom looks down and kind of nods and seems like you can definitely tell that both of their parents have like understood everything. It's just can't really talk back.
Do a little salute with better to her.
And she slowly walks into the cave, and she turns and says, "Okay, I'll take you all there." And I think this will be the end of our session. Will be this last little bit. She starts you all walking, and you walk for about 15 minutes. And you go down a small hill, small hill behind the cave, and it's a very slow decline. And you feel something rising around you. Soren, this is very familiar to you. And kind of from that moment when you said, we're going to worship you, it's now more familiar to Stevia and Sybil.
Okay.
And she walks you all down, and as you come to a point, you realize that you are walking towards what looks like basically a rib cage of something about the size of her parents. And she walks you up and you walk into the rib cage, and you can see there is this massive golden beating heart. And beyond it, you can see the head of this god. Does anyone want to take a look at the god's head before doing the business with the heart?
Yeah.
I'm zeroed in on that heart, but yeah, let them take a look.
So it is a partially decomposed head, but you can see that the skull is not a human head. It's not a human skull. What bits you can see of flesh and all of the skull looks more like a lion. And then there is the heart.
Stevia Lionheart.
And she says, if you just touch it, it'll change.
Wait, it's not going to be this big when I eat it?
No, it's
Oh.
it's not
Well, it's a
quite the same as eating, but it's close.
little disappointing, but okay. Yeah, I'll walk up and I'll touch it.
Okay, and a golden light emanates from all of it, and each of you are healed to your full strength. Like a long rest happens, all of you.
Oh, nice.
Just by being close to this thing. And Stevia, in your hand, you feel this thing shrink until it is about the size of... But, like, hold itself against you, so it shrinks and, like, rises from the ground, floating, so that it's still against your palm. Until it's about the size of one of those coconut chocolate treats that Soren has.
Okay.
And she says, you can do it now.
I've already eaten it.
Okay, and you eat it, and you all feel a sudden gust of wind, except for you, Stevia. Everybody else, you fight, and you are not blown back, but all of your hair and clothes are just blown past you.
Am I, like, powering up?
Yeah, and that's where we're going to end the session.
Sick.
Okay, hey everybody, thanks you all for watching, and thank you all for playing. We'll be back next Monday with another adventure from the old Team 1. Bye, everybody. Oh, and all these characters just turned level 8.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Oh,
so
shit.
we're gonna roll HP, but don't you worry, that's not super fun to watch. So goodbye.